yes, so you're in the mess room again, the galley, after Mother has woken you up
We
the
are.
next day. So you're all fully refreshed, rested, de-stressed, and ready to plan what you're going to do today, this next shift. There's 4 shifts in a day. So
Right.
morning, daytime, afternoon, and evening, which is like essentially 6 hours each.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kayla, your plan was to fix the reactor, wasn't it? Is that you? Are you capable of doing that on your own, or do you need help?
I thought we were going to do the scrubbers first. Well, nobody died, and we didn't need to
Scrubbers.
keep running around for oxygen.
So let
Yeah,
me
that was right, Wilson.
Let me reiterate that about the action. There is a breathable atmosphere. It's just got a high level of carbon dioxide.
Yeah, nobody
Yes.
wants to breathe it.
So it would do any time you would be required to do something stamina related, you would you'd be a penalty. I think it's a -2 penalty, so you'd be down 2 dice. So if you
Yeah.
try doing,
How long do you think it'll take you to get the scrubbers online?
I think I've said
Full
it's a
shift,
shift.
weren't
A
it?
shift, yeah. So we had 1 shift to do on the scrubbers. We had the reactors, did we, to look at?
Yeah.
Was that a shift as well? Do we think, or we've not looked at it yet, have we? So we don't know.
not looked at it.
So that's.
It's not going to be a quick job, I dare say.
What else was there then that needed to be worked on?
So the engines are offline. So the as well as the repairs needed in the reactor, they're also severed. The connections being severed on the exterior of the hull.
So spacewalk.
Yeah. So they need some external repairs, and of course the comms array is also damaged, which is also an external job.
So what we got, the comms array is external, and what was the other one?
Yeah.
The engine relay, so the connections between the reactor, external connections between the reactor and the engines, and the comms. They're both external repairs.
Yeah.
And then you've got some kind of problem with the reactor. It's on, so the reactor's up and running, but it's not functional. And then of course you've got these scrubbers, so they're not. The air's contaminated.
Dirty air.
As in, there's like high levels of. It's not cleaning the air efficiently, which is why there's high levels of carbon dioxide.
And in terms of the engines and the external relay, is there an order that we need to bring them online, or can they be done in any order?
No, it's not a particular order.
Right. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up the elephant in the room here. We've got a highly vital piece of equipment here that we need to get back, right? We've also got evidence that some really bad shit has gone down here. I have no idea what, but it doesn't look good. The fact that something unknown is running around here leads me to believe that it's not a coincidence, right? But the thing about it is, this is far, far too vital. I can't stress that enough. Far, far too vital for us and the corporation. So what are we going to do about this thing? Because we can't damage it, but we,
What thing? Can't damage the thing.
Whoever or whatever is running around, right? We need to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I don't want it, right? That's what I'm talking about.
I thought the corporation just wanted the ship and the science stuff and the information, and this thing, you know, surely if it's a threat, it needs to be killed.
Yeah, I'm going to say we've got some weapons here. I don't think we need to be capturing it, do we? If we can blow it away, if it's going to go for us.
No. This is... If it was known, Mother would know it. This is something else. It's part of what... I'm surmising. Part of what is going on here.
I mean, we do need to keep...
Call it, you know... Call it a new kind of wildcat or something like that. You know?
So, a life... Sorry, just to interject. An unknown life form could possibly be human.
Oh right, I didn't.
Yeah, because crew members usually, especially on corporate ships, will carry PDTs, which are personal data transmitters, which Mother uses to like track and monitor like crew members.
So it just means somebody not of the crew, right?
Potentially.
Forget that then, because I wouldn't jump to that conclusion then, would I? If that was possible.
Yeah, so it's a possibility. It's basically Mother's detected something on the ship.
Right, I didn't understand that then.
No, yeah, that's possibly my fault. That's why I'm interjecting.
Right. Okay, whoever or whatever is on this ship is running around, right? And we need to deal with them. But I don't think it's wise to hurt whoever or whatever it is.
Well, we've got that cage that
yes, that's right. You put it on airlock, didn't you, or something, on vent?
That's the idea.
It's on the ship at the moment,
yeah,
but
it's cargo, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
The idea is if there's something that's been running around this ship for goodness knows how long, we don't know where it is, so we need somewhere to contain it if we need to.
Yes.
Or the person, whoever it is or whatever it is, we need to be safe.
If they're not friendly, they go in the cage.
Yep.
It could have been someone out of the cryo tubes.
Yeah.
That would explain why they're running around now after 40 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I guess after this time, then personal data transponder things, I mean, they might have malfunctioned, so...
Run out of batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, that's probably likely, but all the more reason not to get trigger happy is what I'm saying, because this person could know exactly what's gone off.
Well, let's just have a...
You know, if it is somebody who's gone space happy, we need them alive and all right.
Let's just have a quick inventory. What weapons do everyone have, and are people trained to use them? I don't want people having shotguns and weapons if you're not capable of using them. We could end up hurting somebody or end up blowing a hole in the side of the ship.
What did I just say, Vanessa? We don't need to be killing whatever it is or whoever it is. I suggest we leave the weapons.
What happens if they attack us?
Yeah, we're going to say we have to look at what the Cronus looks like now.
We still need something. There's been firefights and stuff on this ship, so
there's been death and murder and suicide.
I don't want to open the door and somebody's there with a gun and start shooting at me.
And ask him to step into the cage.
I'm more than happy to go hunting, as in
I'm
not necessarily to kill them, but I'm more than happy to go hunting for this person and
I'm not suggesting we don't subdue them. I'm just suggesting they can't be damaged.
So how do you propose we subdue them?
We talk to them, maybe?
Sing them a lullaby.
I mean, this is not like a corporate meeting in a boardroom, this, Wilson, sorry. We don't know what we're facing here.
We don't. You're right, but... you're the captain, but I think you know, bringing guns is just going to escalate things. It's not going to...
Well, you know, I mean, let's review what we've got then first of all.
Yeah. So
like I say-
I've got a storm rifle with 1 round of ammunition. I think it was.
Spare.
I'm happy. Yeah, spare rounds. It's loaded, and then there's a spare round. You know, happy for anybody to have it, but if nobody wants to take it, then I'll take it. But I don't think we should be leaving it on board the ship. I think it should go with us. Whoever wants to take it, take it.
We know there's something dangerous on the ship. There's clear signs of a fight and blood.
Yeah.
And all sorts. No one wants to be hunting that down without protection. I've got a shotgun with 2 rounds, two reloads or whatever.
Okay.
I'm trained to use a gun.
Right, you any weapons of any kind?
A motion tracker, which seems to be picking this thing up as a large entity. So the documentation read. So it picks us up on the readout as the same size, so it's at least humanoid size, but it could be bigger. I have no intention of getting anywhere near it.
Would it be like a cat or something?
A really big fucking cat, yeah.
It could be
Like a cougar or something?
Yeah.
We saw the guy that had elongated arms, so perhaps it's a human that's got longer limbs, legs and arms. Perhaps you know, maybe the weird air or something is causing them to change, or I don't know.
I don't think we need to be talking about weird air if we're going to be breathing it in.
Yeah.
I, for one, don't want long arms.
No.
So we've got 2 weapons then.
Yeah. Oh, I've also got an axe.
An axe, right? Where did that come from? Don't remember.
It came from the bridge. It was in a console in the bridge, I think.
It was buried in console.
Did you put it in the console, Chan, or was it one you took out?
No, it was. I took it out of the console when I was.
Okay.
I think I was with you.
You
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was at the front though.
Yeah, and then I've got. So if somebody wants a rifle, you know, it's available. If anybody's trained in it, I can use it. But if somebody wants it, it's there.
Well, 2 weapons and something wandering around the ship that we're not sure of would, to me, indicate 2 groups. Therefore, 2 tasks to bring the ship online. One being the scrubbers, and then potentially another task.
Makes sense.
Pairing up there.
Yeah.
Just one thing to mention. Mother reported back that the bridge had come back online as well, so we got some power to some of the consoles. So the command station was online, the sensor station was online, but the pilot stations were inoperable. But we might be able to repair one of them.
I couldn't access files from Mother, if you remember, but maybe if I go to console, I might be able to get a log from that. What do you think?
I could try and access any logs remotely from our side, because I think we've got intercommunication between the ships now, as I recall.
I'm not hanging out in my room.
Okay, so I think we need to get the air online anyway. That'll help us out there.
Yeah.
And then I guess probably maybe one of the external jobs rather than going down into the deep ship when we're short on air. So maybe Chan and Rye Chan and somebody else brings the air scrubbers online, and then Rye, somebody else, or just Rye, goes out and repairs the comms array and the engine relay. And then we look at getting the engine online once we've got air to the ship.
Sounds reasonable. The air is the priority, isn't it? More than anything else.
So what about Davis and Chan bringing the scrubbers online, and Rye, you suit up and go outside for a spacewalk?
I can't repair anything.
I was thinking more just being an extra pair of hands for.
Yeah, I can quite happily run around or grab stuff and.
So if you want to assist somebody, you have to be capable of doing this sort of thing as well.
The skill.
Yeah.
Is repair Comtech or what?
So.
Or heavy machinery or what?
Heavy machinery. Comtech is basically computer skills, is like computer stuff.
Right.
Computer use.
All like technical. Like
I am.
technical stuff.
Yeah, sorry. I am skilled in heavy machinery, but I'm not very good at it because I'm not very strong. But it means I can at least help.
Yeah.
Because I am skilled in it.
Yeah. So if it's heavy machinery, then I'm decent at fixing stuff.
Okay. Right. What about you? Are you capable of going out and doing the comms array then? Yeah.
I'm not sure. Would that be Comtech or would that be heavy machinery?
That's more computer use, though, isn't it? So, like, it's a physical antenna that's been damaged.
Yeah. So repairing the engines and the comms array is like heavy machine stuff.
I'm slightly skilled.
It's mechanical stuff.
So engines and the comms array is machinery.
Yeah, because it's the actual mechanical parts. It's not not the computer side of it.
Yeah. So the scrubbers
is mechanic.
Heavy machinery. The reactors.
Well, that depends on what the problem is.
Right. So we don't know that. That's unknown. And then the engine relay, which is another external.
Yeah.
Is probably heavy machinery again.
Yeah.
So I think I might be best outside then.
Yeah.
Well, the priority is the air. Priority is the air.
How many people can assist in on?
Up to 3 people can provide assistance on a task.
I'm the strongest, so I can move stuff around, and then in 0G conditions outside, I'm probably more capable. But I'm happy to go with, do whatever.
I'm more than happy to assist.
I think two on the air scrubbers, so we can get it up quickly, and then 1 out doing a spacewalk. Whichever order or whoever people think the best suited to do those tasks.
I can have a look at the console and that, see what I can get off that.
Yeah, you can have a look at that, see if you can identify what this creature is and whether we're allowed to shoot it or not.
Yeah, I'm assisting, so.
So you need to be paired up with someone.
Yeah.
Well, just as Leia said, it's likely to be a batshit crazy member of crew, living on your own for 70 years. Or even in deep space, can do funny things to you, am I right? I've seen that look in Lyran's eyes a time or two. And it's only been 2 weeks.
70 years in deep space when you're about 20 or 30 will probably kill you as well.
I'm going to say,
it's
more likely they came out of a cryo sleep early or late or by accident, or so they could have been here for 1 year or whatever. We don't know.
Yeah, possibly. Scientists have debated, effects of long-term hypersleep on your mental health.
Yeah.
Could be one of them outliers. Then again, they could have picked up a cougar. Yeah.
Right.
All right then.
So is it? Am I going with you, Cham? With the air scrubbers, are we?
I think Chan felt he was better suited to
is he?
On spacewalk.
Yeah, if someone's got to go outside solo, I think I'm the best person. I'm the best person to go outside solo.
We can have
and I think you've got to stay inside, Davis. So
yeah,
it
so me and
seems
Rye
like
then, is it?
Yeah.
Doing the scrubbers.
So I'll stay back on the ship, on the Montero, and just keep an eye on things. Keep comms up, and I can pop over and give you a hand over on the scrubbers if needs be, or I can don a suit and come out and give you a hand as well, Chan. And also same with you, Wilson. I can help you out with investigating on the console if need be. I think that if we have a weapon for Davis and Rye, and then Chan, if I can take your weapon, Wilson doesn't feel he needs one, so
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, fine. So we need to transfer the storm rifle over to Miller.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
I don't think I can do that, can I?
So Vanessa, you're keeping the weapons, is that right? Am I clear on that?
So I'm going to take Chan's weapon, and then Rye and Davis, they're going to keep their shotgun that Davis has got. Because Davis is going to be giving Rye a hand anyway, so he can be there keeping an eye on things as well.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
Davis, if you can take that cage over as well.
Yeah, sure. Does it want to leave it anywhere particular, or are we setting it up, or just taking it across?
Just take it across and put it somewhere near where you're working, just so you've got it on hand if you need it.
Cool.
Just for God's sake, don't shoot anything.
If it's me or it is getting shot.
Okay.
Just make sure you announce your presence when you're coming into areas. Last thing we want is one of us to get shot for someone who's a bit twitchy as well. So yeah, just be aware of what's going on. Do we all want to get some food and drink anyway, and get ourselves sorted before we go over?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we had food last time, didn't we? Did we end on that?
That was in the evening, yeah.
That was
Right.
last night.
Yeah. So eat today and then
Just eat, yeah.
Cool.
Just a quick snack, mind. We want to get over there, get it done, and get out of here.
Yeah, so you've probably got the motion tracker recharged.
Yeah. Through like breakfast and that, I'll be like asking you what you're gonna do with your money, and I'll be kind of like saying, pointing out how significant this is. Like, Jesus Christ, this is a ship that's gone for 70 years on some kind of science mission. We could be like fucking rich from all this.
We're relying on you, Wilson, to back us up here. We know what the company's like for shortchanging its staff. We need you to make sure we get us money here and we're not shortchanged.
Don't fuck up. We'll not be. I promise you. So long as everybody does the job, then we'll all come out of this fine. So yeah, just pass in small talk, like what you're gonna do and all that kind of stuff. Where you're gonna go.
My plans, I'm buying a new ship. This one's got a few creaks and that, and I've seen Chan down in the cargo hold smashing things about. I think I want a replacement. I don't want to buy this one now.
You could buy out your contract. Don't you fancy staying surface side?
No, I like the life on the ship, getting out and about and seeing things. Yeah, as much as the idea of going onto the Cronus and exploring it isn't something I'd sign up for. While I'm here now, it is kind of exciting a little bit. It's a bit of a mystery. So this is the life. Whereas when you land bound, just day in, day out, 24 hours a day, isn't it? Live by the sun.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vanessa, you need to come where I've been. There's some far more exciting things than a rusty old hull.
Not talking about those. Is that them clubs that you go to when you get shore leave?
Tang. Sorry, go on.
I laugh and say maybe it's silk sheets, fine glass of champagne, fresh strawberries imported.
Real strawberries.
Doesn't that sound good to you? Oh yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've had a real
corporate
strawberry.
account, of course. You don't know what you're missing.
It's all freeze-dried
Maybe,
and reconstituted.
That's it. Maybe after all this is done, maybe I'll be able to show you.
Well, I might just take you up on that offer. Maybe as long as we like the same kind of clubs, that's the important thing.
Yeah? I'm sure we'll find something you like.
Okay, I've got a list.
Cool. So yeah, it's just small talk like that we're doing, so...
Okay, well, tell me when what you want to do when you're enacting your plans and what have you.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gear up and you cross the umbilical back across to the Cronus, back in through the airlock and down into the junction A1. Let's bring that back.
Yeah. Did you say you're staying on Montero though, John?
Yeah, I'll stay on the Montero in the bridge. Act as a coordinator, or a captain even.
Yeah. Hey up. I was trying to move my screen, not my character.
Excellent. Yep, I've got the Montero up.
Okay, so right now. So yeah, so you're back on. Let's put it back together. So Nessa there. Nessa.
Ooh.
Yes. Jam. Just missing. Riley.
Yep.
List. Okay. And have you got a thing on the Montero for the captain?
Thank you.
Go. You'll be able to see yourself on the bridge now.
Yeah, I do.
Very good. Right, so there you are. You're on junction A1 on the Cronus.
Nice one. Right, so let's go round in order this time, and then we're not doing 10 hours.
Yeah, so like we say, because it's only because we're online, using community, it's online. So stop talking on the top of each other. Just go down, discuss what you want to do or whatever, and then everybody acts together. It's not nobody's acting in different turns. It's all acting together.
Okay.
So you can just still discuss. This is things that we talk about individually.
Right. So, Lyron, you're going outside. I'm gonna mother. Leia's joining you. Is that right? No, that's not right. Leia's gonna air scrubbers, and so is Kayla.
Yeah, that's right. So, Phil, I want to come aboard the Cronus with tools, because obviously I've got to go outside the Cronus onto the, to do a spacewalk. So I need to, bring tools from the Montero.
Yeah.
I've given Captain the storm rifle.
Uh-huh.
So John needs the storm rifle, and I just need some tools. I've already got a cutting torch on my inventory, but I just need like a general tools for fixing stuff outside.
We could do with some as well. More cleaning equipment for the scrubbers.
Yeah, we'd come over prepared with whatever we needed to
Do the job.
get our relevant jobs done. Yeah.
Right. So we'll just So just assume that you're carrying the stuff you need. The heaviest thing you're going to be carrying is a cutting torch anyway. So
Right.
just assume that that you've got the other tools and things that you need. Obviously, it's going to be they're going to be minimal what you need. You're obviously not going to be carrying a massive toolbox out into
No.
when you're doing a spacewalk. So it's just going to be a few minimal things that you'll need.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay safe. Get it done as quick as we can, and then we can all get out of here.
Okay. So there is one issue that it's not been brought up. You need an airlock to access the
Go out of.
outside.
We're in an airlock, aren't we? In
Yes, but
A1,
this-
an airlock.
Yes, there is an airlock here, but this is connected to the umbilical.
Right.
So you say we need to find another or
You
disconnect the umbilical?
You either need to find another, disconnect the umbilical, or walk from the to Montero. Ideally, you want to find another airlock on the Cronus that you can use.
Is that something you can help us with, Captain? Can you ask Mother to interface and find us another airlock, or do we just need to look at the maps?
Where's
Look at the plans.
So yeah, any of you
Where's the bloody tea?
you could access a console and bring up blueprints. That's why that's why you've got the. You've also got a copy of the blueprints that Mother provided.
Front of
Yeah, I'm looking now.
north side of Deck C.
Deck C.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go down.
Fucking hell. Where is the comms relay in relation? Is it on the top or the
On the
bottom?
top. It's on the top.
So we need to basically disconnect the umbilical and go out. No point going down to Deck C to then walk all the way around the
No,
out.
of course you would.
Yeah.
What? Go down to Deck C to the underside and then walk back around to the top?
Yeah, compared to like uncoupling entire Montero from this. Yeah.
No, air. I don't want to waste air walking around a ship when I can leave in the top hatch and be straight to the comms array. I need to spend as much time on the comms array as I can, not spend time walking to it.
All right, but that kind of leaves everybody else vulnerable.
Could we not use Daisy?
What's Daisy?
That's the big that's the transport platform thing that we've
That's
got.
the cargo lifter.
That we've got.
Yeah, it's on the
Yes.
Montero.
So Montero. Could we use that to get up there?
What
yeah,
is it?
you could pilot that from the Montero and you could do that.
What is Daisy? Sorry.
Daisy's it's the cargo lift that you use to like transport cargo from
Yeah.
ships or like planet side.
Call it a shuttle.
And that can go
It's basically
outside.
like it's like a space flatbed.
Oh, so I can take that outside then.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So
Let's do that then.
You could pilot that from the Montero, yeah.
Right, I'll go back out then. I'll go back to Montero.
Okay.
Drive to the comms array on Daisy.
Okay.
Right.
So Cham sets off doing that, and Cham, you're going by yourself, aren't you?
Yep.
Right. What's everybody else doing? So, so Wilson's heading to Mother again by himself.
That's right.
Correct. And
Yeah,
what's what's Rye and Davis doing then?
Heading towards the scrubbers.
Oh, you're going to the scrubbers. Sure.
I guess it looks like I think we can access that from A.
Yes.
There's a little dot.
So
There's
go on.
yeah, there's a vent here. I can't get through to corridor because it's saying it's a wall, but it's not a wall.
Where are you?
The door's locked.
I'm here. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't walk through a door unless it's open.
Well, I was trying to click on it and it weren't doing anything. Yeah.
So, wow, Davis is like massively overweight. With his stuff he's carrying.
It says I'm
that's brutal, isn't it?
5.5 kilos out of 8.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just looking at that. I just noticed the overweight icon on your token.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Is that from last time, maybe? Because we were carrying loads of oxygen.
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah, maybe.
It's maybe just not updated. Let me just. I'll tell you what. If I move stuff down into the locker, then it'll apply the weight.
Yeah, but I figured that we should carry one of those oxygen supply things with us.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm just gonna move it to try and.
No, I think it motivates you more if you only got one set of air. It makes you get the job done quicker.
What's the weight of this? It's 1.5 for the shotgun, 1 for the bolt gun, 2 for the supply carrying, 1 for the suit that you're wearing. So it's 4. That's weird. Oh well.
You are weak though, aren't you? You've got low strength.
Yeah.
So, 5 kilograms out of what is your allowance? 10 or something?
Yeah, so it'll be into encumbrance thing because you're over half. But
It's alright though, I'm carrying equipment to go and do the job, so
yeah.
I'm gonna put it down
like
when we get there.
It's not a big deal because it only becomes an issue if you have to make a mobility thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it when we get to the scrubbers. Yeah.
This sheet might just glitch down a bit. So yeah. Right. Okay, so yeah, you can access the scrubbers from deck A and B. So there's three levels to the scrubbers. The actual on deck A and B, there's the actual scrubbers themselves, the filters, and on deck C, which you can't access from deck C, is the electrolysis chamber, where it's like water and the electrolysis stuff. But you don't want to go down there anyway because you'll get electrocuted. It's potentially dangerous. Yeah, and of course there was a thing that it's potentially dangerous working in the air scrubbers because of the electrical charges that's running up and down the chamber.
Yeah.
Be doubly careful.
Right. So. So we'll just move you to the schools. Just assume schools. He's gone back up for Montero. Right, so.
Bill, I was going to check using the motion scanner just to make sure there is nothing on this floor or this level.
Okay.
As soon as we got over.
Radio. Put it on for you.
Do you want me to do the roll?
Yeah, you can still have to do a power roll, yeah. So yeah, so obviously you can shoot off, I suppose.
But there were two things north of what was in the room. I wanted to know before we left who was in the room with us.
There was Wilson and yeah, so Cham's not in there, so I just need to make him so.
Ping. Okay, cool. Yep, so it looks clear so far, so good.
Is that picking up me as I'm walking?
It is, yeah.
Right.
Okay, and yeah, so Wilson, you go to the mother chamber.
Okay.
Right. So in the air scrubbers.
Yep.
Okay, so you're in a large, dark shaft. It's about 90 feet deep in total. And like I say, it's only accessible by the ventilation shafts on deck A, just on deck A. So you have to climb down to the lower scrubbers from here, from the inside.
Okay.
So, like I said, they're all. So it's in here. It's deafeningly loud as well. You can barely hear each other when you're speaking. You have to literally like shout into the other person's ear to be easily heard.
Can we not use comms?
Even with the comms, it's like it's hard to hear. Yeah. Obviously, you can't shout, but you could if you took your helmet off.
Yeah.
Take it off.
So, yeah. So the scrubbers are doing the thing, and they'll rotate and as the air passes through. But you can see they're just completely caked with decades of dirt, grime, filth. And below you, through the grills in the walkways, you can see right down the bottom of the shaft. You can see this flooded area where the electrolysis machines are. You can see the electrical charge crackling passing across the water, and it does occasionally. It passes up the sides of all the way up the shaft as well. You can feel, even inside your suit, you can feel like the charge in the air.
Is there any way to safely ground us?
Sorry?
Is there any way to safely ground us so we don't get fried?
The only way to become 100% safe would be to turn off the scrubbers.
We want to be as safe as possible then.
Which is possible. Is possible to get mother to might be possible to get mother to disable.
Shall we relay that over open comms and see if that's something people want to do?
What's that?
The electrolysis is quite dangerous in here, and the only safe way to clean it 100% would be to turn the actual electrolysis off. We're wondering if that's something that we should do, or ask Mother if she could do for us.
I can ask her.
Is there any detriment to that?
Yeah, we'll not be able to breathe for detriment. Don't run out of air.
I was thinking more, if we turn it off, are we ever going to turn it back on again? Is it?
Well, the were off.
Well, the ship, presumably it's full of oxygen, as in air though, so we're not going to breathe the entire ship in a few hours.
No.
So as long as like Miller said, we can turn it back on.
Right. So I'm asking it to close down the. What am I asking it to close down?
The air scrubbers.
The electrolysis system for the air scrubber shaft, but only if we can turn it back on again.
Well, like I say, it was off
Okay.
already before, so just recently come back on.
Ah, yeah, true.
So yeah, so mother asks for like command override to turn them off.
Well, it didn't happen last time, but the card that's normally in the back of the chair was gone, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you've got
I'll
your
try
company. Yeah, your company one works.
I'll try my override.
Yeah.
And see if it'll work on that.
Yep. Yeah, she accepts that.
Oh, that's all right then.
So,
That's good.
So yeah, so mother reports that the air scrubbers have gone offline. So the the machinery slowly shuts down. The noise drops next to nothing, and all you can hear now, faintly, is the faint like drip of water.
How about it?
In the air scrubbers, obviously not in mother.
Yeah. Have at it, guys.
Yeah, let's get to work.
That does that.
Keep us up to date on comms and how you're getting on as well. Just keep in touch.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, that's going to take you. You'll do the roll at the end of the shift.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me turn that off.
Yeah.
Just do some chats. One second, guys. Right, so meanwhile, Cham, you make your way back across to the Montero and down to the cargo bay and fire up Daisy.
Yeah, I'll communicate with the captain once I get back aboard Montero to explain that I've got to go across to the Cronus on Daisy. There's no immediate access to the comms array via the Cronus.
Captain got no comment?
Just be careful with that ship. We need that for unloading the tritium when we get over to Sutter's World. And again, keep me up to date on how you're going.
Roger, will do.
Okay.
Is it possible to take an extra canister of air on Daisy, or is it like...
Daisy has a pressurized cab, so you're all right.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess I've got to get out at some point though to do the work, but yeah. That's fine.
But you're gonna have to, look it over. Until you've checked it, you're not gonna know how long it's gonna take anyway. It might be a quick job, it might not.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I want to head out. I suppose I'll check with the captain, but I may as well investigate the engine relay while I'm out there as well, just to understand the scale of the damage. But I'll focus on the comms array first.
Okay.
See what needs to be done there.
Yep, sounds good.
Right. So, what's the captain and Wilson doing then?
Good question. Good question. I'm gonna try and access the main bridge console from Mother. See if I can get like a rundown on if there's any logs or out there.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna see what I can. I'm gonna sit in my lovely comfy chair, regularly checking in with the team, see how they're doing. Same with Wilson, see how Wilson's getting on. But also just reviewing kind of what's happened over the last 24 hours, looking at maybe anything that happened before we came out of sleep, any comms from the company, maybe anything else that I'm picking up from our interface with the Cronus. Just generally, you know, looking over stones and seeing if there's anything I can spot that I might have missed originally.
Rightio, fair enough. Okay, so meanwhile, right, Champ, you pilot Daisy out of the airlock.
Yeah.
On the Montero and manoeuvre it somewhat clumsily, but without incident. Since you're not really got much in the way of piloting skills, have you?
No.
No. But yeah, so yeah, it's a bit a bit of a clumsy flight, and probably it'd be embarrassing if Davis could see you, but you managed to manoeuvre it over to the dorsal side of the Cronus anyway. So which part of the ship are you wanting to get to? The engines or the comms?
Comms.
Well,
Okay. So you maneuver the lifter over to bring it close, to bring it close to where the comms array is at the front of the ship. So you'll have to disembark from Daisy and spacewalk to the.
Yeah. So does Daisy kind of clamp onto the hull of the Cronus?
So the thing with I didn't realise this, but because you've in the momentum, even though it's like separate things, you're all still it would stay in place.
Right.
Okay.
So I just leave it and it's not going to float away.
It's not going to float away. I was unsure about this because I thought, well, that's a bit of a. I thought that's a glaring problem.
Have you seen the spacewalks on NASA where they like have a spanner or whatever and they just like
leave it
and it kind of like spins around?
Yeah. So what it's because it's moving. It stays at the same momentum, so it doesn't move. It stays with you. It's weird, but yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
So you're disembarking from Daisy then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go over to the comms array. So there is some minor damage that'll need some like mechanical repair, but a lot of it, a lot of the electronics are fried, so it might require some com tech as well.
Okay.
So it will take about a turn of work with a heavy machinery roll, and then the rest is going to require like some com tech.
Okay. If it's only a turn of heavy machinery, I may as well get to work on that then, and
okay.
I'll report back to Captain and say I've got to do a bit of basic mechanical repair, but it also looks like the circuits are fried, and it's going to need some comtech.
Right, got you. Right, if you can do what you need to do, then we'll get you some assistance on that comtech.
Yeah. I mean, I can give the comtech a go, but depends. I don't know how complicated or big a job it's going to be.
By all means, give it a go. I mean, I don't want you breaking anything, but if you're going to have a go and it's going to work, then yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say is Champ saying about that then?
Yeah, I want to start the heavy machinery repair, the mechanical repair.
Okay, we'll come back to you in just a minute then. So back on board the Montero, you're checking over everything. There's nothing. You don't come across anything untoward, anything that you think you've missed by checking, going through the reports and the your ship's logs and things. And you're just relaxing back in your seat when there's a ping from the sensors.
Okay, I'm gonna lean over to the console and have a quick look. See, punch up the reading, see what I'm seeing on there.
Okay, right. It's ping. Contact. There's got a ping contact, like a few clicks out. But again, it flashes up a few times and then it just disappears.
Same as before, perhaps those sensor glitches. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that and just see if I can clean up the sensors and just see if it was a glitch, and get communicate with Mother, see if she can identify what's going on with our sensors.
Okay. Sorry, say that last bit again, John. I didn't quite catch it.
So I'm going to also speak to Mother and just figure out if she can tell us why our sensors are glitching, or if they are glitching, or what's going on.
Okay. So
diagnostics, I guess, in other words.
Yeah. So Mother runs a diagnostic. Takes a few minutes, and she comes back saying that there's no faults being detected. Everything's all lights are green. Everything's functioning as normal.
Okay, I'm going to get her to run some diagnostics over the last couple of weeks while we've been in hypersleep, just to see if these sensor glitches have been occurring while we've been in sleep.
Okay. Right, so that'll take her a few minutes to run through the all the logs and stuff. So just bear with me a second. Right, so she comes back, and there's reports of intermittent sensor blips, but it appears she puts them down as just ghost readings, just background interference.
Okay, and gonna ask when they started.
Says they go back to just after leaving this Anchorhead station.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. I'll just let everyone know that we've picked up some sensor blips, but it looks like got an issue on the Montero again. I'll keep an eye on things.
Sensor blips. Are they coming from the Cronus or from Montero?
They're a bit like what Davis were having when we came out of hypersleep, where we thought we were going to hit something and then it was just an anomalous reading. It looks like we're just still getting those.
What kind of sensor blips? I think remind me, Phil, but did I detect something before we set off as well?
Yes.
I thought it was just a glitch or whatever, but if we're seeing something now and Mother said it's from back then maybe there was something, but doesn't really make any sense. But
how can that be?
Yeah, we're not seeing anything now, So whatever it thinks was picked up before isn't there anymore. Is there
Maybe
any?
our sensors are damaged in some way. Maybe there was a fault when we set off.
Diagnostic checks aren't showing any issues. Are we getting? I'll ask Mother. Are we getting any additional information on those sensor blips, or is it just what information are we getting from them, other than there's something out there?
So she says just a contact, but she suspects it's a ghost. Just feedback from background radiation because it keeps disappearing.
All right, I'll update the ship's log again, just that we've had those. In chat, how is it to whisper again? Sorry, I know. Is it slash lowercase?
There's a little. There should be a little.
There's a dice at bottom.
On your hotbar.
Can you see that on number 0, as in 10? You press that, and then you can tickle your message in.
So you can whisper multiple people if you want. You just tickle you want the whisper to go to.
That's right.
Okay, so Cham, I believe you can make your heavy machinery check at this point. Oh wow! Yeah, 2 successes. So you can, if you wanted to, you can spend the bonus success on the whatever they're called. I forget what they're called.
Stunt.
A stunt, yeah. Excuse me. Heavy machinery, stunts would gain +1 modification to a later skill roll related to this one. You got this. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future. You do it quickly, so you do it in less time than it would normally take. You break it permanently. You do it quietly, or you just do it, just show off while you're doing it in some way. But yeah, so if you want to use one of those, spend that extra success on one of those.
I'll just do it quickly, Phil. Okay. I don't think I need to do fancy or anything else.
Okay.
I just want to get back in as quick as I can, so I'm not going to use it as much air.
Okay.
What was that saying, Chan? I had something like yeehaw coming through comms.
Yeehaw! Woohoo! So I reckon I've fixed the mechanical side of it. That went pretty straightforward. I'm going to have a look at the Comtech side now.
Okay. Right. Let's see.
Guessing hitting it with a hammer is not going to work in the same way.
No, it's not. No, this is requires a bit more delicate work. Yeah. So you check it over, like pull the panel off and have a look what the issue is. So there's like a lot of circuits are being fried. It's going to need rewiring in various places. Maybe some boards, like it might have to scavenge some boards from another part of it. Maybe you might be able to do that dual rig it rather than having to go back and forth with new bit and having to find new bits. But it'll probably take about 3 or 4 turns worth of work.
Right.
At the end of which you'll do the contact.
It feels probably a bit more than my capability. I'm good with hammers and spanners, but not so much with delicate soldering or.
Although you're better at that than piloting.
Yeah, I am. Same actually. I think I've got better agility for piloting, just to prop that up. But I'll ask the captain and say, look, there's probably going to be whatever 3 to 4 turns. Is that 10 minutes a turn?
So it's a turn can be 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. So there's 15 to 30 minutes ish worth of time required on Comtech to try and fix this. it looks a little complicated. What needs to happen? Pretty fried.
All right. Do you want to move on to the engine relays then and get them online?
Yeah.
I'm just aware of your oxygen level. Maybe get that
Yeah.
online, and then you feel free to come back to it if your readings are showing good still.
Yeah. I feel better. Probably having someone over my shoulder helping me on this one. I don't want to make anything worse.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, and then I'll head on over to the engine relay.
Okay.
Wherever that is.
So that's towards the back of the ship. Right. So Champ, as you're heading back, so what are you doing? You walking? Are you walking back or along the length of the ship, or are you gonna?
No, I'm gonna take Daisy. I'm gonna jump back on Daisy and pilot down.
Can you make a observation check? Okay. Right. So you climb back into Daisy's cab, and you bump into the hull a couple of times as you manoeuvre it round, but eventually you quickly get it round to you don't think anybody heard.
Scraping noise along there.
And come to a stop by the where the engine relays are located. So it's like a central point where where everything connects. All four engines are connected to like a central point that then connects to the reactor inside in the ship.
Just for the record, we all heard the scrail.
So yeah, you're able to assess this pretty quickly. You feel more at home with this with the engine, dealing with the engines. So it's you reckon it'll take about 3 turns of work to reconnect all the relays.
Yeah, I'll feed that back and then just get started straight away.
Okay. Right. So yeah. Meanwhile, Davis and Ryo continue your work in the air scrubbers. So you two can make an observation roll as well.
Well.
Right. So while you're moving around, maybe you're on the different levels, checking, removing some of the scrubbers and cleaning up some of the others. Right, you notice amongst all this like grime and dirt that's encrusted all over the scrubbers, you notice some of these like fungal pods growing on some of the scrubbers.
Ugh. I'll report
Great.
this back over the comms, Phil, back to Captain. We might have a problem. Captain, we might have a problem. There seems to be them fungal growth that you found in the med lab. Sorry, in the
Yeah, those ones that were coming out of the ventilation shafts.
yeah, with corporate suite. Oh no, I can't remember. But yeah, it looks like there's some inside the air scrubber shaft as well.
Does it look like they might have originated from here and that's why they're in the ventilation shafts? Or is it just part of the overall fungal
It
growth?
looks to be part of the overall grime.
Is there any way you can clean it off without disturbing it too much?
So far so good, but we're going to have to remove them if we want these air scrubbers. We don't want to be breathing this stuff in, do we?
No, but yeah, we just need to try and minimise any spores that are going to. Yeah.
We can try. We can but try.
Do we on the Montero? Do we have any kind of analysis equipment on there that would be able to analyze what they are?
No, you're not a science vessel, so no.
No, so we'd have to make use of the Cronus then. And we're not scientists, I guess.
And
But
yeah. There is actually a skill analysis skill as well. Yeah. Scientists.
Well, we
characters.
could try waking some of the people up inside the cryo labs. They might be able to, the cryo chambers. They might be able to help if they're still alive.
if we can avoid disturbing any of them, I think it might be best. I don't want to be the one explaining to them that they've been asleep for 70 years. I mean, Wilson, that'd be a company job, I feel.
I agree. At this point, we don't want to do anything until we've got more information, and part of that is accessing these consoles, which I'm currently doing. And then after that, I think we need to have a look at Medbay. And Vanessa, if you're happy to go down with me, I wouldn't mind the company.
Yeah, sure. Let us know when you've finished on the bridge.
Yeah. I'll just try and access the bridge files. That's all.
Yep.
Okay. So I presume that seemed to be across the open comp. So Davis will have heard.
Yeah.
I mentioned this about the fungal growths.
Great.
So
none of us breathed it in, did we?
You got suits on.
No one took that out.
I know. I think we ran out of air at one point, didn't we?
Nobody took suits off though.
Right.
No.
Okay. That's all right then. Games Master says nobody took the suits off.
I don't believe so. I don't recall anybody taking the suits off. I know somebody the supply ran out in the suit, but
that was me. I ran out just outside the air room.
Yeah. Just replaced it anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just held your breath.
Yeah. You're just instantly keel over dead.
Yeah.
Oh, the suit's empty. Oh. Say now. Yes. So what are you two doing in the air scrubbers? What are you doing about this situation?
I guess we have to try and clear it up, but how do we do that? Right.
Elbow grease.
Yeah, is it just... Do we just crack on, or can we figure out a way of doing it? Flamethrower?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Build a flamethrower. What are you doing? Building a flamethrower.
Haven't got a flamethrower? Seem to recall something on the manifest.
Flamethrower manifesto.
Yeah, it's my kind of manifesto.
I think the instructions were to minimise spore distribution, so just try and get them off in one place.
Burn it. Exactly. It burns all the spores. All right.
So what's going on? I can hear some. I guess I can hear that.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
is that...
unless somebody says, I would assume conversations go across all the comms unless somebody says otherwise.
Yeah, we'll relay whatever, or just talk.
Yeah.
I mean, any way you can minimise them spores getting distributed through the...
I'm just thinking chipping them off is going to be just destroying them and knocking them into the air.
Yeah.
Plus the amount of time it's going to take us to actually do it.
What are they covering? How?
So you talk it's growing under the filters.
And what's the plan with the filters? Is it clean the filters and they'll be reusable, or are we putting new filters on?
So it might be a company. So you can clean them. Yeah. That's why it's such a big job.
Well, that was the plan, to come in here and clean them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a case of how.
What are they made of, the filters? They're like a fabric type of thing, or a mesh,
Ooh,
or
that's a good question.
I'm guessing you can't burn them. They're not like
No, what is? Yeah, I won't imagine they made a fabric or anything. It'll be some kind of metal filters or possibly
I don't know if you ever look at a filter on an Hoover. That's kind of like a material, isn't it?
It is,
but filters
Like
on an
layers of
oven.
material.
Yeah, it's not
Filters
gonna be
on an oven is metal,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Is it? I
So
don't know.
yeah, it's not going to put it this way. It's not going to be fabric. It's going to be some kind of like it's going to be made out of metal. There's maybe some maybe like I forget what it is. Same kind of thing that you get in dehumidifiers. You get them stone that filters like a stone that filters. But yeah, it's not. It's hardware. It's gonna it's meant to last. So it's not going to be some like a bit of fabric. This.
Yeah.
have you got an arc welder there? Have you? I mean, I've got a cutting torch, but you could burn them off.
Yeah, the worry is if you just disturb them, we who knows what they are, and the idea is we're trying to clean them so we can breathe the air, and if that's in the air system, that's my worry.
Would the electrolysis not kill it?
No, that's down in the water.
Yeah, but if we were to turn it on, if we were to just
No, because that's down. It's down in the water. Well, if it hasn't done. So, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not sure if that's.
It doesn't. The electric charge doesn't run through the filters. It's just that the air is charged. So it's like sometimes it discharges up the shaft.
What was the description of them? Because they were like
The
were
black.
like eggs.
The black. They're about the size of a hen's egg. So they're black and brown. If you have you ever seen any of them like puffball fungus things?
Yeah.
Puffball mushrooms or fungus. It's like they look a bit like that. About the size of a golf ball, but they're black, and it's got like a puckered tip.
Any of the work that you've been doing in there at the minute, has that disturbed any of it? Or have you just kind of spotted them?
This is John just noticed.
Okay.
So whether that's whether this disturbed any prior to that.
Can you try and cover one up in some kind of bag or container or something, and put it over and break it off and see if it activates, to see if it releases spores, or whether it's because it potentially has been there for a number of years, maybe it's dead, maybe it's in itself it's not active anymore.
I don't have anything on hand. Could try and find something. Would there be any cleaning equipment in the actual shaft, Phil?
No.
Is there anything nearby that you can see on the on your map as to where you could possibly nip and get something like that would allow you to do it?
Showers and wardrobe examination room.
What we're messing about it, just clean them. We need to breathe. Just clean them.
But depending on what they are, we're breathing in crap. We might end up cleaning the system, and in doing so, make the air unbreathable. We've not touched these things yet, so we've seen them, but we've not touched them. If we touch them, we could just release spores everywhere that who knows what they are. What I want to do is I just want to see if by disturbing them, does it release any spores, and therefore I want to see if they can capture them. I mean, I guess Davis, Rye, your opinion on what you're seeing there, and whether you think that's going to be something you can achieve.
My concern would be if they do release spores, what we're going to do.
Yeah, but the scrubbers will clean up though, won't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What I mean is the entire scrubbers are full of this stuff. There's no way we haven't got like industrial cleaning equipment or anything like that, so I think we've got no real option but to just knock them off and clean them up best that we can.
Yeah. Fuck the spores.
Because either way, we end up with unbreathable air regardless. I mean, it's not unbreathable now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, so right now, can't breathe the air. Knock them off, get the scrubbers on, leave it for a few hours, see what happens. It's either going to be unbreathable or breathable.
Well, that'll determine whether we abandon the ship and let the company know and come back to it or not. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Wilson's fault.
I'm on the Montero.
No. Abandoning the ship isn't an option. We'll find another way.
I heard Wilson say, just clean them, just chip them off. What are you messing about it? Get them off.
You did hear that, yeah. Stop messing about and get them sorted.
That's it, understood.
I will start chipping them off.
Okay.
I'm bored of the conversation. Let's just knock them off.
I'm recording that in the ship's log, by the way.
I'm not saying it out loud. I'm not saying it. I'm about to chip it off.
No, I'm recording that.
He means my.
Oh yeah.
Wilson, authorise the action.
Yeah, because if this damages what we're here to do and makes what we're trying to do inoperable, or we end up losing any money because of this, I want it recorded that it was a company decision.
It was company approved.
Exactly, it's not Davis going in there and smashing it off.
I'm fine with that. We were ordered to bring it back. We can't bring it back if we can't breathe the air to start the engines to bring it back. So we've got to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's go.
So what do we get to work?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're doing? You just like clean them. You're just going to scrape them off like the rest of the dirt and stuff.
Yeah, we've only got so many tools, haven't we? I suppose. So.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. So as you set about continue cleaning, just like remove it. You have to so what you're doing basically, you're like having to dismantle part that one the scrubbers, take the filters out, clean, scrape all the gunk out of them, blow them out, and then replace them, kind of thing. This kind of thing. So it's like I say, it's a laborious, boring job. So as you do this, and like scrape these like fungal pod things off, and as you do, the puckered end of it just like pops, and it releases like a cloud of what looks like pollen.
Whose idea were it to do that?
Amazing.
I look at Rye whenever we do that first. Like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look at him like, should I say anything or not? Kind of look.
You can both make an observation roll at this point as well.
There's an alien in an air vent checking its head.
I've been in these vents for 70 years and I've not knocked him.
You come along, I'm messing all. Right, so yeah, it's like this cloud of pollen disperses over quite a sizable area, considering how small they are. And it sort of, as it starts to disperse, you notice something a little odd. So they don't just like disperse like just naturally, like just kind of go out and like sort of fall, sort of drop to the ground. They, as you look, they appear to certain parts of them to like gathers together, and as you watch, they like float towards the faceplate of your helmet, and almost like tentacle like it starts moving around the faceplate of your helmet.
Right. Okay, right. Kind of not scream out but go holy shit or whatever.
That's Overopen comms into
Yeah.
So yeah, you just need to.
You all right?
I try and like wipe it off or whatever, and like go, oh.
Status report. Everything all right?
As you wipe it off, it's sort of like they're like individual. You know, they're like these individual like motes of like dust or pollen or whatever. And they're individual things, but they seem to be acting in unison. It's almost and it's as you try and wipe it away, there's sort of like curls, almost curls around your fingers. Then they suddenly sort of stop moving and drop to the floor, just like sort of drift to the floor.
Wow. Okay. So when I when I calm down or whatever, I'll say over the comms. One of these things just exploded and some weird shit happened. Like I don't know how to explain it. Some weird black inky stuff went all over my face.
Over your face?
Over my helmet. Tried to get in. Oh, well, that's what it looked like.
What, so this stuff's alive? Does it look like it's alive, or what?
I mean, it didn't look like it was natural. It didn't just splatter on my helmet, it literally moved.
Is it?
And
Could
around
it just
my
be the air of the air scrubber circulating round, it drifting like a...
I don't know. I mean, could be.
Where is it now? Can you see it? It's just disappeared.
Dissipated now. But that was just one of them, right?
Yeah.
Do it again, see if it happens again.
Couldn't be hard, is it?
Faced with the monotony of this job, I think that sounds like a good idea to me, actually. So I'm just going to do another one.
Okay.
Once I got over the initial shock, quite excited again.
More fascinating now.
Yeah.
How many
Playing
is
with the
there?
fungus.
How many
I
is
might
there?
put-
now?
How
one in
many
my
is there?
pocket.
So they collect together in like sort of clutches. So you've only seen two sort of clutches, if you like, so far. But you've only just started the job. You've got like hours of work ahead of you. And there's maybe about 4 or 5 in each sort of clutch or bunch.
I'll break another one.
Okay. What's Rye doing?
I'm thinking about
Leaving.
Yeah.
some kind of fire, some kind of localized, like an arc welder or a blowtorch or something to try and
So,
burn.
Now you're on board with the flamethrower, aren't you?
So an arc welder might damage a welder might damage the filters.
Might damage Davis as well, if that's what he's thinking he was on.
It's his face off.
So anyway,
Don't worry,
so,
Davis, I've got this.
so while you're pumping that, Davis goes ahead and scrapes off some the other collection, the rest of this collection of these fungal pods, and they all go and eject this cloud of pollen, and the same thing happens again. You can see it sort of moving across the surface of your suit, almost as if it's like looking for a way in through your suit.
Okay, and because I popped kind of multiple, did they all gather together or kind of individual?
Not all in one thing. It's some of them clump together into like I say, it's all almost like tentacle like, but it's it's kind of loose, so you can still see the individual things. But they don't all clump together in one thing. It's like some of them into so there's lots of these sort of clumps, and they're just all of your suit and of your face, like sort of moving across your faceplate. You see them trying to get heading towards the carbon dioxide exhaust on your helmet.
Right. I start rubbing it away again. I was trying to relatively calm until they start going towards the vents, and I'll
So yeah, you
start
panic a
trying to
bit,
rub them
but
off.
you even though you know you're safe, there's no way they can something can get through that.
Yeah.
Hope.
Okay. I radio back in and say, well, that confirms it. Same thing happened again. They were literally kind of moving towards bits of my suit in a very deliberate fashion. It wasn't just swirling around.
It's sentient. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't break any more. we might have to rethink this.
If you wet the pods and then scrape them off, will it stop them from dispersing into the air? You know, if they're wet. Just thinking if it's a way of carrying on the removal without them like drifting in the air.
Kind of sounds like they've they like animate and then they dissipate. Can you see them on the floor or on the on the surfaces, or have they completely vanished?
Can we investigate, Phil?
Where do they seem to go? Yeah.
Yeah, so the light seem to like sort of move around for maybe a minute or so, and then they just sort of drift like
Back
stop.
into like pollen.
Yeah, and then it just sort of drifts to the floor. And
Can you try and touch them and see if they move again? Are they, once they've done that activation, do they activate and then they
Yeah, like any that I can see on the surface, or on the bit where I am, because I presume like there's a pit below us, right?
Yeah, so you stood on like a grill, on like a metal grilled floor that there's two floors, and each one is like a metal grill, so you can see through the floor. So some of it probably a little bit of it probably collects on the on the actual.
Yeah, I'll just like try and wipe it with my glove or whatever and see if it comes back or.
Yeah, so you wipe it, and you get it on the glove of your suit, but it just looks like black pollen.
What about if I stick my face near it, Phil?
It's completely inert now.
Right. Okay.
So it looks like it's temporary.
Yes.
It's like it's almost got a lifespan, looking to get somewhere or something, and then it dies.
Possibly.
Okay, I mean, not to gross everyone out and to use a suitable analogy, but it kind of sounds like these are sperm, and Davis, your head is the egg, and they were trying to get.
I guess so, yeah.
I think I've just been sick in my suit.
Reminds me of one of those clubs that Wilson goes to.
Oh yeah.
5 guys, 1 space helmet.
I guess we're going to make a decision of whether we crack on then, because whatever we do, this is going to go into the air vents. And
Well, I mean, if they animate and then after a few minutes just don't, they die or they're no longer active, then I guess in a way it doesn't sound like it's a major issue in that respect. You can see them, so it's not like they're invisible to the eyes, which is good. I mean, I think we need to perhaps, if we can, capture a sample of one of them as we're going round, just because this could be what the company's after ultimately. So
I agree.
We need to be careful that we don't just destroy all this.
So, Miller, you remember seeing some of these fungal pods in one of them specimen jars in the science labs?
I do remember that. There's a voice from afar.
So do you want to try and recover any, or shall we just crack on with?
You crack on. Well, I mean, I've been down to the medibay, so I don't mind popping down there anyway.
Yeah, I think if you and me go, then we can have a look at these. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Well, crack on with the job.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just carrying on. I'm just gonna anything that you come across, you're just gonna remove.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we could localize the dispersion? You know, like, well, that's not what I mean. Is there any way we could keep it all together? You know, like sweeping up the rubbish after it's all splurged everywhere.
Well, that's for, if there's a way to do that, that's for you to devise, I guess.
Try and do that then.
How are
If
you
they're all
gonna
just
do that?
dying if they're all just dying on the my sure it's a grilled floor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck it, just knock them off.
Yeah. So some yeah, it's gonna find its way down to the electrolysis bit at the bottom.
It's not water tank, is it? It's not water system.
No, you're not drinking that. You'd have to be a bit desperate to drink that. So you're just gonna carry on. Just any you come across, you're just gonna scrape them off, like the rest of the crap.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless we can, you can't, because they're like a golf ball or whatever. You can't just pull them off without breaking them, can you?
Well, you could try. You can. So yeah, you can pull them off without breaking, but it's still, like I say, it's the actual just like puckered tip of it, and it just like as soon as you get any kind of more than like more than
touching
like
them and stuff, does it? Right.
Yeah, so it triggers a like a reaction.
Right, fine. Just okay. I'm just gonna mess about while we're doing the job. I'm gonna experiment doing different stuff with them each time that I'm cleaning one of the things.
Yeah.
Like hitting them hard or soft or stroking them or whatever, I don't know. Just to make the job less boring.
Okay.
The sperm.
Yeah, it is getting really. I mean, you've only been at it probably half an hour. You've got several hours left of this, and it's getting really, really tedious.
Great.
So what's Wilson up to?
Wilson's trying to access main bridge console from Mother.
Oh yes, sorry, yes. Is there any update on that, on what you wanted to do? By the way, oh, not quite yet. Needs a little bit long for Cham can make a roll.
All right, and so I'm doing that. See if there's anything there, and then once I've got an answer off that, I'm gonna go to start heading towards Medbay.
Okay, fair enough. One second.
Okay.
Right now, and so so what's the captain doing?
Listening intently to what's going on around these funguses, and then I guess ultimately just considering everything I've heard, really, and thinking it through.
Right. Okay. Right. So is Wilson heading to Medbay then?
If there's nothing on the thing.
Okay, so you can go ahead with that, by the way.
All right. Okay. Yes. Before I'm going down, then yes, there is something here. There is something here. It looks like I've managed to pull up a log, ship's log. I don't know how I share it. I can only see it at the minute.
Sorry, which one's it? What's the name of it?
It's the Cronus log transcript.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I shall make it available. Somebody will have to. So you go to, if somebody goes to the bridge, they can see it, and then I'll make it available for them to see. So the can't see it remotely, unless of course you're going to transmit it to other so it's available at other consoles. And you could always you could in fact you could send it to, in theory you could send it to Captain Miller on the Montero.
I'll do that then. I'm just reading through. It looks like it's like a diary of what's happened.
So is this just me and Wilson talking now then?
No, it's still over open comms.
No. I'll do it over open comm. No, it's just come up. It's some kind of diary. Looks like it's like I said, a log of what's happened. What do you want to do? I'll still head to med bay if you ever look at that, and I can be going down and checking these specimens and that.
All right, yeah, send it over to me. I'll have a read through it. Just watch out for them fungal spores. Don't disturb any more. There are a couple of samples in the med bay. If you want to have a look, maybe we can bring one of those back over. Montero. Don't bring it over yet, but yeah, that might be an option that we've got.
Well, I don't really want to hang about in there longer than I need to, but yeah, okay. No problem. Yeah, I'll send it over. I don't know how to make it available, but yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, a few moments later, it pops up on the consoles on the Montero. So yeah, you should now be able to Miller at least. You should now be able to see this Cronus log.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
Okay. So as Wilson then heading down to Med Lab on B deck.
Yeah.
Right. Be back in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Let's put you down on B deck.
Okay. Hey.
Okay. So yeah, so you're gonna head down to Med Lab then, yeah?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so got down there. So yeah, by the time you've got down there, I will say that will give Captain Miller enough time to read through the log. So if you want to let us know when you've read through that log.
Yeah, will do.
Okay. In the meantime, we shall go back to Cham. So
yeah, nip to Lou while you're doing that then.
Radio. So yeah, you've been working away at the engines relay, and so now you can make your heavy machinery roll. See if your work's paid off. No.
Can I push that though?
You can push it. Yes, it will. You will add you a stress level. Add a stress on.
Yeah, it's kind of important that.
Yeah, the engines are kind of important.
Yeah, so I'm gonna push.
So no. So no, you're gonna need some. You're probably gonna need some extra help.
I'm gonna push again. I've got true grit.
Oh, you have. Yes, you can push it again, can't you? So that will add another.
Yeah, I'm determined to do it.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to repair the relay, but yeah, you have to make a stress roll.
Okay. Not made a stress roll before, so I don't know.
There you go.
Keep it together.
Yeah, so you can role play that. You can put that across as how you. I mean, it don't matter too much because you're on your own.
Yeah, it's just a bit of heavy breathing and a bit of like, oh shit, fuck.
Yes, I think
and then it's all done.
Yeah, so I think we'll have a air supply roll because of that.
Yeah. Oh, my air is only on one fill because it didn't get reloaded.
Oh,
it should have been.
Yeah, it should reload. Do you know how to do it?
No.
Right.
How do I do it?
I'll have to have a look and remind myself. So it's not on. It's not in the general. Is it in the general? No, you don't do it from there. You do it from. Yeah, so it's on your suit. So if you go to your inventory, to your suit, there's an air, and you just like clicking that, and then put it back up to 5.
I can't see air on my suit.
Yeah, it's. So
I've got like. I'm just.
You might have to expand. Maybe the your character sheet needs to expand a bit, so if you like pull it.
Yeah, it might do. Let's have a look.
So it should say.
Yeah. I can see we're all minimised.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So it's 5.
Yeah. So default is 5. Yeah. So
and then
make a supply. An air supply, which is you done from your general bit. Okay. So so supply goes down by 1.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay. So yeah. You're pretty happy with that. Bit stressful.
Took a bit of perseverance and a bit of you have to dig deep and just keep going.
So yeah, so what you're doing now?
Does it look like it's fixed, to a point where it will work?
Yeah, as far as you can tell, you've fixed it. Yeah, the engines haven't kicked in yet, but that might be. But Mother did say that there was a problem with the reactor.
Yeah. So I'll report back to Captain saying the engine relay has been repaired. It was a tough job, but I've got it done. I'm happy with that, so I can make my way back to the comms relay if you want, or I can come back aboard the Montero.
Yeah, I mean, how are you feeling? You sound a bit out of sorts out there. Are you feeling like you're all right?
Air supply is okay. I'm all right. I'm all right.
You sure about that? You feel capable and ready to have a go at the comms relay?
Yeah. Yeah, I can go give it a go. Definitely.
Yeah, go for it then. Just keep an eye on your air supply.
Yep. Understood.
Like I say, let me know when you finish reading the log.
Will do.
So
right.
I'm just gonna head back to the comms relay just to have another look at that.
You walking or you?
No, I've got to take the thing with me.
Okay. Can you make another observation check as well?
Me?
No, Champ.
Oh.
Sorry.
Nah, everything's dark out here. It's all peaceful and quiet.
Okay, right. So meanwhile, so Wilson, you make your way through these sort of dark. Well, they're not dark anymore. The empty, eerily silent corridors down from the junction, all the way down, past through the living area. You can make an observation roll though while you're passing through the living area.
Will do then. Right. Observation, you say?
Yeah.
Right. Let me have a look. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right. How do I like push it in that?
You just click on the push button if you want to push it.
It's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah. So Dave, that way you had multiple pushes.
Yeah.
There's if you can see it in the chat now still. So there's a little box that's set above the push button that says allow multiple push.
Yeah.
So that you check before you do it, before you push it push it a second time, you're checking that box.
Yeah, I did. I checked it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
get lost.
I've read the log as well.
Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
act on that, so whenever I'm able to act on that, Phil.
Yeah, no, you can act now. Yeah. Sorry, go on, Lee.
It really is dark in here.
Well, remember the lights in this bit of the corridor have gone out.
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
So
Very
Wilson,
gloomy.
is Wilson on his way to the med lab? Sorry, I missed some of the things because I'm reading.
I'm at med lab now. I've just got here.
Okay. So I want to come over comms.
Yep.
Wilson, have you read this log?
I have been reading it. I've not read it all. Something about finding samples on a planet.
Yeah. Okay. So, what we need to do is, and I'm kind of, the way I'm talking is I'm nervous and I'm agitated.
Okay.
So for everyone to pick that up. So we've got the ship's log from the Cronus. There's some information on here that I think we all need to sit down and discuss. It's vitally important that we all come back to the Montero, and we come back now. And if you could now, yeah. And if you could keep an eye out. Rye, just keep that motion tracker active. We've got some information on that movement that I think we need to discuss. So if you could just get yourselves back over here and double time.
Understood.
Coming back now.
And then I'm gonna stand at the airlock, kind of with the airlock shut, but watching through there.
With a rifle.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Phil, can I just have a look around and make an observation or anything based on what Captain's just said? I feel slightly. I'm a bit stressed. I also feel a bit nervous now that he's called us all back.
Yeah. By all means. Yes, in response to the person who just sent that, that's fine. Although it will take a while. Okay, you don't say anything, but you get more stress. Yeah.
Shit! I'm gonna die out here. Fuck you. Yeah, I'll just start sprinting, driving back as fast as I can.
And just be careful out there. I can. You're coming out over comms. Nothing to worry about. Just get yourself back to.
It's not something moving near me, or is there?
Right. Can you see anything on your tracker?
I've not got my tracker up. It's not popped up yet.
Beep, 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 beep.
If there is, I'm liking it. I tell you.
Okay. Oh, right. So just a minute, somebody's doing things at once now. So, what were you doing? What was Captain saying? Sorry.
I was telling Chan to calm down. It's all right. Just take it easy. Just get yourself back to thing that I forgot what it's called. Transport Daisy. Get yourself back to Daisy. You're fine out there. Just take your time. No accidents. We just need to discuss these things. Nothing to worry about.
Oh.
While saying that, though, also saying it in an agitated way.
Yeah. All I hear is, "We're fucked. We're gonna die. Something's happening, motherfucker."
Oops. It's not John Wilson saying that. That's me saying that. Tilden selected.
John Wilson.
Okay. Right. So was Wright flicking on his motion tracker? Was he?
Yeah, she was.
Right. Okay, so if you want to make a power roll.
I did. I failed.
Alright, okay.
He didn't plug it in. He turned it on, but didn't plug it in.
Oh no.
Well, the supply decreased. It still works, doesn't it?
Yeah, it still works, yeah. It only stops working when there's no power left.
We're all supposed to see that.
No, I just let you. You just saw it temporarily.
North of us. Is that someone still there?
Is there somebody in Junction A1?
No.
There is something north of us on our level. Oh, actually, that's a point. Which floor are we on? Are we just going to assume we're on?
A1. That's the umbilical airlock.
Yeah, that's where we had someone last time, but I don't know. There's got some movement from there, haven't we?
Yep.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Let's get back. Let's get back, right?
I agree.
I'm going to leave the oxygen tank here, Phil, outside the air scrubber's shaft to make it a bit lighter for me because they're really heavy. And I'm going to keep and I'm going to get the shotgun ready for my way back.
Okay.
So how do I drop?
So just
delete it.
Yeah,
Delete it.
Yeah, just delete it. Do it that way.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so just an update on what everybody's doing. So what's Cham doing? What's Cham doing?
Making my way back to Daisy.
Okay.
So I can get back aboard and get back to Montero.
Okay. And Rye and Davis.
Heading back.
Okay.
A1.
Okay. And Wilson.
I'm gathering the samples and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And Miller.
I'm stood at the airlock with my pulse rifle.
Oh dear.
Don't forget we're coming back. Don't shoot any moves.
Okay, right. The speakers, like intercom speakers crackle to life on the Montero.
Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-minus 10 minutes.
I didn't mean to do that.
Couldn't hear that properly. I could hear it, but not loud.
Okay, let me just do it again.
Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-minus 10 minutes.
I couldn't hear it either. I could hear something, but not.
Right.
I couldn't
No,
make it
I
out.
can't.
That's a shame.
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
I'll have to do
It's
it
not
this
loud
way
enough.
instead. That's a shame. I should have done that. The one moment, I shall do it this way instead. Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade
Can't hear you,
failure.
Phil.
Oh shit.
Nope.
No.
Can't hear you now, can we?
No, I couldn't hear Phil. I can hear everyone else though. Well, Liam.
Yeah, I can get everyone except Phil. Is he doing his weird voice changer again?
Oh.
Yeah, he's doing his mother, Yorkshire mother.
That's fine. That's fine.
Gonna turn off that background sound and it might come through.
Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-minus 10 minutes.
What?
Shit.
Everybody can get a
Right on.
stress level. So this is the Montero.
Shit.
This is on the Montero.
This is the
Oh,
Montero.
the Montero.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it wasn't me, Captain. I didn't do that. What's the damage? The alert.
We're dead.
What was it?
The reactor's overloading on the Montero.
Where is the reactor, internal or external?
Sorry?
Is the reactor inside or on the outside?
Inside.
No, inside. Right.
Yeah, so basically the Montero's going to self-destruct.
In 10 minutes.
It'll also take the Cronus with it if it's next to it.
That's what I was thinking.
Jesus Christ! Fix it! Stop the thing!
Right.
So everybody
now.
gets a stress level, by the way.
You're right.
Yeah, definitely a stress level.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Feels like heading back to the Montero is a bad idea now, Captain.
Telling up through the comms. Fix
We need-
the ship. Stop
we
it
need to push it.
blowing up. Do what you can.
We've only got 10 minutes. We have to push
What the hell?
We have to push it away somehow.
Right. Well, I'm going to see if I can figure out what's going on with the engines, or with the reactor, for definite.
Okay. So you can. What are you going to do? You're going to ask it, go and speak to Mother, or what?
I'm going to go back to the bridge first, and see if I can look on the bridge display, see what's going on. I'm going to lock the airlock on the Montero from the inside, and let everyone know I'm doing that.
Okay. And what about
On
everybody
the-
else? Sorry, go on.
On the umbilical. So in other words, everyone that's on the Cronus can't get into Montero unless I open it.
Right. So you're going to lock the airlock at your end of the umbilical.
Yes. Yeah. But let everyone know I've done that.
Okay.
It's not like a secret lock. So everyone let me know when you get to the airlock.
Surely in 3 minutes now.
No, it's not 3 minutes now.
That's just the audio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
That said something about override.
Yeah. Just it's yeah. I couldn't edit
Just the
all the other
alien
stuff
thing,
out.
innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for
You
now.
now have 2 minutes to meet minimum safe distance.
Yeah.
So what? Sorry. So Miller, you're going to secure the lock the airlock from this side of the umbilical and do what?
And then go to the bridge and see if I can figure out what's going on. Why the
Okay.
engines have the reactors just overloaded all of a sudden.
Okay. What's Cham doing? Because you're out on your own in Daisy.
Yeah, I want to just head back to the Montero, to the cargo bay where I came from, so I
Okay.
can figure out and then head to the engines,
Okay.
to the reactor. Sorry.
Radio.
And I'll announce, because I don't know if everyone would hear that announcement. Would like Davis and that on the Cronus hear the announcement from the Montero?
No.
Okay. So
Oh
I'm
yes,
gonna-
actually yes, it would have come over your comms from Mother.
Okay. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to investigate what's going on. I've locked the airlock from at the moment. Just make your way towards it and hold fast at the Cronus side. I'll update you once I've figured out what's going on this side. And yeah, and as Chan said, if you can get yourself back here, I might need your help with the engines.
Okay, so what's everybody else doing?
Heading back.
Heading back.
You're heading back anyway. Okay.
Have you knocked my sonar out, the radar off? Though? It seems to have disappeared.
Yeah, sorry, I turned it off. So no,
yeah, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So it's been on for a turn anyway.
Yeah. So we're going to go back to junction now. Oh, we're on one
Can't open it.
Okay. Oh wait, sorry, wait, yeah.
We've got locked down.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go.
I'm really stressed. I don't know about the character.
Right. Oop. It's not 24. I'm going to turn that off in a second.
Turn it off, Phil! Quick! Turn it off!
Mother!
Oh.
Don't worry, everyone. It seems everything's all right. I just sat on the.
What, sorry?
I sat on the big red button.
So are you still on board the Cronus? No.
Is who on the Cronus? Sorry,
Wilson.
Wilson is.
Yeah.
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 Are you in
Yeah.
Mother? Are you in Mother?
No, I'm not. I'm in medbay shouting at you to sort out thingy, to sort out Montero, saying what the hell is going on?
What are you doing them doors?
I'm
Oh,
heading
did you want
back
to
to
go?
Montero. The engines should be the relays fixed in the Cronus. If you can get to Mother to try and get the engines online, we might need to use the thrust of the Cronus to get some distance from the Montero if we can't shut the Montero down.
Right, I'm on my way. I'll say no.
Go on, sorry.
No, I'm just going to say I will head back up to Mother then as fast as I can.
Okay, so Mother on the Cronus.
Yes.
Right.
It's
Okay.
near the thing anyway, isn't it?
It's a deck down.
Do we
So,
need to head to the deck, to the cockpit on here? Command bridge, whatever it's called. Are you saying that we might be able to pilot it?
Saying that the
Yeah.
engine relay is fixed, and originally the engines were offline. They should be able to go back online now.
So
Yeah,
there's
you can move.
If we need to abandon the Montero, we're going to have to get on the Cronus and get some distance if we can't shut down the reactor overload.
So Cham, you've repaired the relay, but the reactor is still malfunctioning.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So the repair needs. So the Cronus is going nowhere at the minute.
Right. Forget that then.
What, are you telling me to forget it now?
Yeah, it looks like something else is broken.
Well, for God's sake, fix whatever it is, because otherwise we're all gonna die. I can't believe how calm everybody's being.
Okay, so I presume Rye and Davis are running to the umbilical, are they?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two charge up to the airlock and clamber into the umbilical, and you charge down the umbilical corridor, but the airlock's locked at the other side, at the other end.
Yeah. I'll radio over. We're in the umbilical. What's going on?
What are you doing in the umbilical? I said wait before you got in the umbilical. I've locked the door.
Okay.
Just I'll
Okay, so you were you were accessing Mother, were you?
No, we're on the bridge looking at why see if I could figure anything out on. Well, would I know from the bridge instruments why the core had just.
Well, Mother's
Gone
Mother's the best source of information on that.
So I'd have gone to Mother then rather than the bridge, yeah.
Okay. So you go in and activate Mother.
Yeah. So I'll say to Davis first, just hold fast by the doors. I'm just in with Mother. Not be a second. And then I'll speak to Mother and just say, Mother, what's going on with the core? With the reactor core, why is it overloading?
Second. it says scheduled reactor scans unverified. Weyland-Yutani special order in progress. Unable to comply.
Mother, explain special order from Weyland-Yutani.
Access unauthorized. Classified. Unable to comply. You can, if you want to, you can attempt to override it with a, but you have to make a contact roll.
Yeah, I'll override as captain.
Okay, you still have to make a contact roll because it's above your clearance. Okay, failed. You have to make a stress roll.
I'm definitely stressed.
So you can't push it as well because you rolled a stress because you failed. Okay, so okay, what are you doing?
So I'm going to say, Miller, what's going on over here? Mother's locked me out. She won't tell me why the core's gone into meltdown.
You're Miller.
Wilson.
Definitely stressed.
What? What? Mother's done what? Locked you out?
She's locked me out and she's blowing up the ship on the company's orders by the sounds of it. Can you override it from there?
You're fucking kidding me. No, I can't. I'm back in medbay. Jesus Christ. Find a way to get through to her.
I've tried, but I'm stressed now.
Okay, Cham, you're flying Daisy over as fast as you can, somewhat erratically. You can make a piloting roll to try and get her in through the into the hangar.
Even worse than normal.
Oh wow! with skill.
Even the stress gave him a success then.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, you can choose how to use those.
I do the options disable auto destruct.
It just says you get a +1 for a later skill roll relating to this one, or you show off. That's the only two options.
Right. Well, it might be advisable to have the bonus to a later if you need to pilot the.
In case we need to get on it and escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I get +1, or do I use that multiple times?
So you basically next time you make a similar check, you'll have an extra dice. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So you'll right click it and it gives you an option to add extra dice. Okay. Right. So what you're doing? So you pull. So you pull Daisy into the cargo bay, and the sirens are blaring out. The lights are flashing.
Yeah. I want to head towards the reactor.
Okay. So you
grab the tool bag and go.
Right. So you charge over to the reactor control. So Wilson, you're remaining in med bay, yeah?
Now that there's nothing I can't possibly get back in time. I better add.
Okay.
Gather up, try and use console and find out what's happening.
Okay.
So I'll just saying over comms. For Christ's sake, Miller, there's like a veritable fuck ton of tritium gas on that ship. If that goes up, we're all gonna die.
It's also worth a lot of money as well.
And kiss goodbye to his bonuses if our asses manage to survive.
Right. So yeah, Rye and Davis, you're still in the umbilical, stuck outside the airlock.
We'll move back into the Cronus.
Okay.
Wasn't the door damaged, you said?
Yeah, so the outer airlock on the Cronus is damaged, yeah. The inner... Go on.
Go on, sorry.
So
the inner airlock works, I guess.
Yeah, the inner airlock door's fine, so yeah.
Oh, okay, right. So I was wondering, because if we split the ships up, do we end up with a gaping hole? But no, we've got one door working.
Yeah, so long as the inner airlock door is closed, yeah, it'll not decompress.
Okay.
Not decompress the ship. Otherwise, it'll decompress a large bit of the ship.
I'll stand on the other side of that door then,
Okay, so you're going
ready
back
to
in.
close it if need be.
So you're back inside the Montero, the Cronus airlock, then, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How about Rye?
That's not an access panel, is it? That's an intercom. Yeah, I'll just stand by. I'll stand with Leah.
Do I know what Davis and Rye have done, or have they just done that?
Well, I hadn't said anything.
No,
but
we
you
hadn't said
told us
anything.
to stand. You told
Okay,
us
that's
to
fine.
Stand
No,
back
no.
in the Chronos.
Yeah, that's fine. We're waiting for someone to.
Yes.
Phil, you could ask
yeah.
us.
Sorry, I was just adjusting something.
I didn't want to start talking.
So I think we're with Cham back to with Cham, I believe. Let's see, where are we? Text blind. Right. So yeah, you Cham, you get to the reactor. If you can run some tests with a Comtech roll if you want.
Yeah. Now, how long will that take?
Not long.
Do I think?
Not
Right.
long.
Okay, I'll run some tests with the
Yeah,
contact.
really quick. Bring up some like
Quick,
status.
quick analysis.
No.
Oh dear. Using your axe to type your password in, aren't you?
I'm a bit stressed.
So it's another stress roll, unfortunately. You failed, and yeah, you're just like, I know what happened.
Should that add 2 onto my stress?
So when you make the stress roll, it'll add
Oh, right.
It adds it on
Right.
automatically. So roll a 6.
Oh dear.
My god. So
You're all gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I'll pick
Panic
some.
level 9.
So I'll pick something at random that you've dropped, but you'll not know until you go to find it.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's his trousers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what you doing then? So how you panicking?
How am I panicking?
Yeah, so what are you doing exactly?
Well, I was gonna try and look at Comtech and see what was going on with the reactor, but instead I probably just start hitting it with something rather than trying to figure it out. I'll be like trying to yank stuff out or hitting, breaking. I don't know, just kind of
smashing up the console in frustration.
Initial reaction is to break it.
Right, okay. Cool. Right, so does Rye decide what Rye are you doing?
Are we just on this side, aren't we?
Yeah, we just you were on about looking for a console or something.
But I thought it was a console, but it's an intercom, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'll just still stick around here. Wait to find out what's going on.
Okay.
How much time has passed?
A few minutes.
What's happening? What's happening? There was like 10 minutes before it blows up.
Shut the fuck up, Wilson. Let us get on with some stuff.
Yeah, it's the company that's blown the fucking ship up.
So what are you doing?
So I'm going to ask Mother to disable the engine override or initiate reactor shutdown, anything like that.
Okay, she just replies, Weyland-Yutani, special order in progress, unable to comply.
Is the ship maneuverable still?
Yes, although you are connected to the Cronus by the umbilical, so you'll either have to wrench it free or disconnect the umbilical.
Right. Okay. So my plan is, and I'm going to announce this over comms as well. Davis, I want to come back to the Cronus. I'm going to go over and unlock the umbilical. Unlock the door on the airlock so Davis can get in. Davis, I want you to pilot the pilot the Montero to an amount of distance, something, away from the Cronus, basically. And then I want Davis and Chan to go into Daisy
and fly back.
Fly back to the Montero, to the Cronus, sorry. And I will. I'll stay on the Cronus as captain. I'll stay on the Montero as captain to help out. And I'll advise Davis to leave the weapon with Rye, and tell Rye to stay aware, and tell Wilson to make his way back to the airlock as quick as possible. And then obviously Wilson would have heard everything we've said as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? You don't need to stay on there. Get off there. And what's pointing me coming back?
I want you at the airlock. I don't want you and Rye separated. I want you two together. Rye's got a weapon, and you need to be near to Rye. I don't want people separate while they're on the Cronus.
Right.
And as captain, this is my ship. Montero's my ship. I want to make sure that what I've ordered happens, and also to help the crew out just in case. And then I'm also while Davis is piloting, and Chan's on standby, I'm going to send out a distress signal and see if I can send out like the ship's log or a black box or something like that. Basically, just to announce what's happened. That is my plan.
Okay.
Yeah, understood. So,
and then I guess
okay.
I guess the other thing as well for Ryan Wilson is we're going to have to think about where we can dock Daisy. Just to give you a kind of we're going to have to get back onto the Cronus.
Well, if you're going to be remote, if the Montero's getting disconnected, then you can come in through that airlock, surely.
But I don't think Daisy will have
there's
like an umbilical, will she?
There's a vehicle bay on the deck D.
Okay, yeah.
That might be usable as an airlock there.
Good point. Yeah, to land Daisy on the vehicle bay. Good point.
So, yeah, we'll wait. Coming open the door. Meanwhile, I'll drop the gun.
Okay.
As in, give it to Rye if I think he's there, isn't he? She, whoever.
Yep, I'll pick it up.
Dave, the ship will detonate
So yeah, alarm comes on again, reminding you that time's running out. You've only got like 5 minutes or so left.
Yep. So I'm running out of mother. I'm running to the airlock.
Okay, so you charge through the ship and release the airlock on the umbilical. What's Cham doing? What's Wilson doing?
Wilson is grabbing the briefcase.
Uh-huh.
And heading up to the airlock.
Okay.
Quite fast.
Back to A deck.
Yeah.
Rightio. And what about Cham?
Am I still freaking out and panicking, or is that?
That's past now.
Can I go back to the Comtech to try and figure it out again, or am I still?
No, you can't. Once you failed, you can't. You can't do it. Not unless not without good reason.
Is there a way to break the reactor to stop it from exploding, or is that just going to make it explode quicker?
Yeah. So no, there's
Hit it
not,
with the axe.
there's nothing there's nothing you can think of to do. You can see all the readouts. It's all overloading. It's gone into like a cascade failure. It's the reactor's going to melt down.
Is the 200,000 tons, the 72 canisters of titanium gas stuff, is that in the cargo bay?
It is, yes.
Where I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I jettison that into space?
You could use the you could maybe use a loader. You can't like sort of well, unless you decompressed the entire cargo bay.
Oh, let's do that.
Out.
I'll get in the loader and I'll decompress the cargo bay.
There's no cab on the loader though. Oh yeah, you mean Daisy?
Daisy, I'll get in Daisy.
Okay.
And decompress the cargo bay. Get sucked out in Daisy with all the shit.
Do I know that this is the plan?
No, I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Just do it. I love it.
Oh, okay. So
trying to save the cargo. My job is cargo handler. I'm trying to save it.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of money in all that tritium gas. Yeah.
We could pick it up later.
So yeah, you wrench open the airlock to the umbilical, letting Davis in.
Right.
So yeah. Then there's alert coming. Mother comes over the comms, saying decompression in cargo bay.
Imminent.
So I'll
and they're like, you feel the whole ship like rock. And and there's alarms going off. And you can hear doors shutting to like sealing off the cargo bay.
So I'm gonna say to Davis, get in the pilot seat, and then I'm gonna shout over to Cham, what's going on down in the cargo bay? Mother's just explained something's happening down there.
I'm on it. I'm just in the cargo.
Yeah, can you make a piloting roll as well as you get pulled out along with the containers of this fuel which sort
explosive.
which starts clanking together unnervingly.
Wow.
Okay, right. Right, so you managed to expertly manoeuvre the Daisy out of the airlock, out the cargo bay.
Roll for that.
That should have been +1 as well, +1 dice.
It should, yeah.
But I'll get a +1 to the next piloting roll because I figure there's going to be a few more.
Okay.
So is Chan off the Montero now? And in Daisy. So Daisy and Chan are both off the Montero. Is that right?
If he's communicated that, I'm not sure if have you communicated that?
Well, I've said I was jetting the cargo, and I'm guessing I'm now sucked out into space.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm out of the Montero, along with the tritium gas.
What the hell? Why have you done that?
What about the loader? We need the loader to get back.
The loader's on the Montero, isn't it?
No, you're in it.
You're in the loader.
It's alright.
Yeah, Daisy's the loader. There's only the mechanical loader, which is just like the one off
the arms.
The robot thing. Yeah, yes. That's
Are you alright, Chan? You're sounding a bit confused and baffled out there. What's going on?
I'm just trying to get myself together.
Have you opened the airlock? Have you decompressed the loading bay?
Yes.
Right, Mother comes up again. Displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor
the ship's
overload.
Gonna blow. You've got to get off. Ship's gonna blow.
Yeah, I'm running to the cockpit as soon as obviously he's opened the door.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm there.
Okay. Yeah. You'll be there now if you just running through. What's Rye doing?
Still waiting inside Junction A for A1 for
Thank God I'm not on the Montero. I've got a gun and Wilson's running to me. It might be an accident, but I'm going to blow his head off.
What? I don't know anything about this shit.
Yes, so at this point, Wilson comes running, or rather clambering up the ladder into the junction.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's Rye there with a pulse with the old storm rifle.
I'll just say, what the hell's situation? And look around, see what is going on. What can I see?
Well, the airlock above you is closed. You can. So of your suit comms, you can hear the mother, the sirens going off on mother.
Yeah.
And the intermittent warnings.
Okay. Right. So is everybody off? I'll just ask Rye. Is everybody off?
No, there's only me and you on there. Everybody else is on the ship.
Jesus Christ! What are they doing? Vanessa, what are you doing? Get off the ship!
That you, Wilson?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a lot to talk about, but now is not the time to talk about it. The company seems to have screwed us over yet again. We need to get the Montero away from the Cronus because it's going to blow.
Okay, so what's Davis doing?
I'm going to set the ship to... I'm going to figure out a direction and put it on autopilot.
Okay. Okie dokie. So we're going to make a piloting roll.
I could just see Chan sat in David having like do like just loads of tritium floating round him.
Okay. Right. You quickly punch in what you hope is like a direct course away from the Cronus. You're gonna engage it.
No. Well, where's Cham? Cham, are you nearby?
Just outside the hangar in Daisy.
Outside the hangar. So if I start flying away, we need to be able to get back to the Cronus.
Yeah.
Can you dock?
I can try. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Is there an airlock anywhere? Can I dock near the umbilical or get up to where the umbilical is?
No, because it's still attached to the Cronus.
I'm assuming at some point that it's going to not be attached.
You can. So you could fly up to where the umbilical airlock is.
Yeah, come to the umbilical.
All I'm thinking is that's easier for you to get off the ship. So I want to get to that point.
Tell us when you're nearly there, and I'll engage.
Okay.
Would would Daisy have like a docking mechanism, or would we have to do like a spacewalk?
You'd have to get onto the space. So there's no like airlock or anything. So you'd have to get on, just like cling on to it.
Jump.
Yeah. Jump across, basically.
Right.
If you just fly at the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just jump out.
So
Same thing. The inertia. It's not going to leave us behind.
No.
It's not like we jump out and like go that way. If you know what I mean.
No. So Davis, you can make a wits roll as well if you like.
Okay.
Someone that's actually thinking.
Okay. So you could actually get Mother to trigger the engines to like set. So once you plot the course, you can get Mother to initiate it.
Yeah, on like a countdown or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or rather Miller can.
Yeah, I'll relay that to Miller. You're on the ship, aren't you, Miller? You're on this ship.
Yeah, he's on the bridge with you, I think.
On Montero.
Yeah, you're here. Yeah. So that's the plan then. Chad brings up the loader to the airlock. We go and get on it. we ask Mother to engage the autopilot.
Okay. So I'm gonna agree with that. Then I'm gonna run to the airlock to disengage the connection to the Cronus.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have to go down to wherever I get my EV
Right,
suit.
Mother
and
announces
suit
there's
up.
2 minutes and counting.
So I need to get my EV suit on.
Right, so what are you doing I presume you're putting your suit on first.
No, I'm gonna disconnect the umbilical first.
Okay, right, Mother comes up. Error, this umbilical cord damaged.
Shit. Just gonna have to rip it off. We'll just engage the autopilot and it'll rip it off.
Locking mechanism on the Cronus end of the umbilical was like jammed.
It was dodgy before, weren't it? When we had to get on.
Yeah.
When if I remember rightly, Chance smashed it with a spanner. It's all going on the ship's log, this.
Well, the log's not going to last long though, is it?
What's happening? What's happening?
Davis is about to punch it and rip off the umbilical cord.
Right, what are you doing?
So I've got it.
Captain's not got his suit on.
I've not got my suit on. Davis has piloted a course for the Montero away from the Cronus and is going to get Mother to implement it on a time delay. The issue is, where are we going to be, Davis? Because if we're in the umbilical when the Montero departs, we could end up getting killed in there.
I'm going to pull up the side of the Montero.
No, but it's connected. At the minute, the Montero is connected to the Cronus. So if we go in the umbilical, and then the Montero flies away, chances are we're going to die in there, aren't we?
You just need to be at the Cronus end, don't you? Hanging onto the door at the Cronus end, and hope it rips off halfway across the umbilical.
Why aren't we disconnecting it from Cronus side, and then jump out?
Yeah, so we can do.
Let me and Rye disconnect it from Cronus.
Yeah, we can run through, and you can activate the autopilot, right?
Mother, like 1 minute and counting.
Yeah, right. Let's just go. We're gonna run back to the Cronus.
Yeah.
As soon as we're in the umbilical cord, we give the order to trigger.
Okay. Right. Sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say, I'm going to say, right, come on, let's get this umbilical disconnected. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but let's do it.
Okay.
Can we start doing that then?
Yep, you can, yep. So you're going into the airlock and
We're
attempting
at the airlock, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're right there now.
So what are you doing? Are you closing the inner airlock?
Yes.
Yes.
However, we can do it without killing ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. So
Hit it with a spanner.
Right. So you were running down. You and so Miller and Davis are running down the umbilical.
I've not put my EV suit on.
Yeah,
yet.
no, you're trying to put your suit on as you run along. You can make a mobility check as you're running down, trying to get your suit on. What's Champ doing?
Trying to pull up the side of the umbilical.
Okay, right.
Oh dear.
Fly straight through it.
You can push it.
I'm gonna push it.
Oh
my god.
Right, so meanwhile, Wilson and Rye, you can make a heavy machinery roll to try and forcefully disconnect the umbilical from the Cronus.
Right, so I haven't got that skill. So what does that mean? Can I just not do it, or?
I'll let you. So I'll let you. You can add some assistance on it for this because you're just using brute strength basically. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So you have to you want to push it?
Sure.
You're gonna have to push it. Jesus!
Why are you messing with the umbilical? I don't understand what's going on.
Because it's stuck on the Cronus side.
Yeah.
So
when the Cronus moves, it'll just tear it off.
It might also rip ship or something like that.
Only the outside of the airlock.
Okay, like Monica, like 30 seconds.
I'm running
till
down
reactor
the
overload.
We're stuck doing nothing anyway, so we may as well try and disengage it.
So
Miller hasn't made it yet. If you disconnect it, you can't get out.
He can though. He can jump out.
So yeah,
Come
so
over.
Mother says there's 30 seconds left. You're gonna the trigger. So when
Activate it, yeah.
yeah,
Activate
okay.
it.
Right, there's the old umbilical like lurches as the engines of the Montero engages, and it starts to like rapidly move away, and there's like a tearing, screaming noise, and all the metal of the structure of the umbilical starts being wrenched to one side. So you can hear all this noise from where you are inside the airlock on the Cronus, and there's hissing noises as it starts to decompress, as it starts being torn away from the Cronus, and you can all make mobility rolls. Well, apart from Champ, who's safe inside the
Daisy.
Cruising along.
Oh dear.
Okay, so Miller and Davis have made it. Although there's a panic roll, and Rye. Oh my God, hold a minute. Rye's made it. Wilson's made it. Okay, right. So the Montero starts to accelerate away, and it just wrenches the umbilical away. So the airlock suddenly decompresses. Wilson and Rye, you just managed to grab hold of one of the safety rails to stop yourself being like blasted out into space. Meanwhile, the opposite happens with Miller and Davis, and you will like manage to like push yourself and pull yourself and get, and you're like sucked and pulled out of the umbilical before it's get tangled up in its in all the debris of it, and the Montero like is like moving further away, and you can hear the countdown's going like 10, 9, 8, 7. What are you doing? What's Jam doing?
I was driving towards the umbilical to.
Okay, so yes, so yeah, the umbilical's torn away. You can see the Montero moving away into the distance, and the countdown. Mother's doing a countdown coming over the comms.
Mm-hmm.
Is Miller with me now? Did you get off?
Yes.
Yeah. So
okay.
she managed to get her helmet on at the last time.
Jam aboard. Jam aboard. We're all out.
So yeah, so you, Miller and Davis, you're like drifting in space alongside the alongside the Cronus.
Need to come and pick us up.
Yeah, I just want to pick people up.
Okay.
I'm seriously taking cover.
Yeah, so Wilson and Rye.
Daisy, you want to eject.
So Wilson and Rye, you're in the air. Well, you're in the airlock, but it's decompressed, so there's no way of opening. Yes.
All right.
Can I put Daisy between the Montero and the people that are in space?
You can if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to try and get between.
Shield them from the blast.
Any debris will batter Daisy basically, rather than puncture suits and pierce people.
Okay. Right. So so the countdown reaches 0, and there's like a bright, blinding flash in the distance, and then it just like a white horizon, and then it just like shrinks down to almost nothing. Then a few moments later, there's like a shock wave that hits the Montero and Daisy. So Cham, you can make a pilot roll.
Montero, the Cronus.
The Cronus, sorry, yeah. Well, there's a big one. It's the
very big one. It's Montero.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to keep control of Daisy rather than it slamming into the side of the Montero, to the side of the Cronus rather. But so yeah, some of the blast hits the Cronus and it rolls to one side, and you can hear on the so Rye and Wilson, you can hear from Mother on the Cronus, you can hear warning: explosive decompression on deck B.
Right, I'm just gripping on, going trying to hold on as hard as we can.
Okay, right. So
until everything calms down.
in the distance, you can slowly drifting slightly slower than the Cronus. You can see old tanks of tritium gas.
Awesome. We're still rich. We're still rich.
Yeah, we're still on target to complete the mission.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
Right. So am I right in saying that pretty much all of us are hanging out in space?
Yes, all of you are out on the wrong side of the airlock on the Cronus.
Right. Okay. Try and climb up to open that airlock back up, I guess. Or like, in fact, no. I'll look around when we're like obviously secure and everything, and say, Jesus Christ, well, I can't believe this is happening. Is everybody else all right?
Yeah.
I think so. It was a bit of a rush getting off the ship. I'm not sure that everything's secured, but hopefully, I left my weapon on the ship. So, Phil, if you want to take that off me, I didn't bring it with me in the rush.
How do we get back into the Cronus? Can we use another airlock?
I think we're going to have to get Cham to pick us up in Daisy, and we're going to have to land in the vehicle bay on the Cronus. I think that's probably going to be the best bet now.
So you'll have to try and communicate. You'll have to try and get Mother on the Cronus to open the airlock.
Can we do it through suit comms?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Cham, we've been watching you with your flying skills. Do you think you're up to the job of picking human cargo up?
Definitely, I'll do my best.
Okay, pick Wilson up first. Let's see how you get on with Wilson.
So you can
first.
either let Cham come and pilot to pick you up, or you can spacewalk and use mobility to get to the get to the loader, get to Daisy.
Who's in space, Phil?
Everybody.
Everybody.
So technically everybody, although Ryan, Wilson are in inside the damaged airlock.
And is it locked on the inside door?
Otherwise the ship otherwise all that junction had decompressed as soon as So they're inside the airlock, but they're in space. In a doors locked.
Yeah.
I'll use agility. I'll use mobility.
Okay.
I want to go to the airlock of the Cronus, so that I'm closer for Rye and Wilson to jump over or spacewalk over or something.
Sorry, say that last bit again. Sorry. You're going to move a bit closer.
Move closer to the airlock so that Rye and Wilson, it's easier for them to get to me.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let you. You can add +1. You can add +1 to your roll then.
Okay.
Kind of assisting. So you can add +1. Add an extra dice to your mobility roll.
So make a mobility roll with +1.
Oh, for them you mean? So I don't need to do a piloting?
No.
No. I'll ignore that stress then.
It's a base modifier +1 into it.
Yeah.
Wow. What was that?
Wilson.
Oh my god. I'm going to have to push that, I think.
Yeah.
Wilson floats off into space.
Yeah. What happens if I'm multi-push?
So you can only multi-push if you've got a talent that lets you multi-push that particular type of roll.
Right, okay.
Rye, you make it across. Wilson. Wilson drifts off into misses Daisy. Goes drifting off.
I got on, but I have to roll stress, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
What's that mean?
It says
Keeping
I
it
have to
together.
roll stress as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Oh
like
yeah,
Griff.
be together. Easy.
Okay. Keeping it together.
Keeping it together.
Just.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
Floating off into space.
Is Chan gonna have to go and get Wilson? Don't do it.
I'm not sure we can. I think there's an engine malfunction on Daisy.
There's an axe in it.
Oh dear. So everybody bar Wilson manages to grab hold of Daisy.
I just keep saying his name in a increasingly higher pitch. Jam! Jam!
I have to go and pick him up.
Go on then, make a piloting roll then.
This is where I just run you over.
Yeah. Blasted onto
Oh, right, so you've done it, but you got a stress roll. So a stress roll can cause you to fail a skill, success. No, but it should be. Oh my god. Oh! Freeze, you're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress level and your stress level of all friendly PCs in short range is increased by 1. So
Lovely.
Wilson, so everybody bar Wilson, stress level goes up by 1 because yeah.
Robin
He's
flung around
stuck
on
on
this thing.
accelerator. He's
So yeah.
with his foot on accelerator.
So Cham, what happens then?
Well, so PC's panic level increased.
So we've took a stress then. Sorry.
Yeah,
Alright.
everybody takes a stress because Cham's like attempted to pilot Daisy and is just panicked and frozen.
Froze. So I drive off into space as opposed to.
So I'm gonna be like, Cham, get out of there, and I'm gonna say, Dave, if you take over.
I was going to say, can I get in the actual thing from here?
Not without decom. You can, but it'll decompress the cab because it's got no airlock.
I need to almost curl up into a fetal position and just get my rosary beads out.
Strap yourself in and open the door.
I curl up, get my rosary beads
It's frozen.
out.
He's not going to do anything.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
I want to reach for the rosary beads and just start repeating like a little prayer. I just.
Chan would be in his suit though, wouldn't he? Because you did a spacewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
So
I meant strap himself in because if I open the door or somebody opens the door, he'll get sucked out.
Yeah.
So Daisy kind of like careens round a bit, and so it gives you another so it gets close enough for you to maybe try and make a grab for it, Wilson.
Right. Okay. Mobility again, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a success,
damn it!
A stress roll though as well. Right, so yeah, so what happens then? So there it tells you, gives you the guide on what it what happens.
Okay.
What's Wilson doing? What's he do?
Pretty much like flailing everywhere, which is causing, because of 0G, I'm starting to like rotate round now. I'm pretty much paddling myself round as I'm like desperately trying to grab onto anything that's physical, which, because it's like altering my angle of rotation, just works opposite of what I want it to and makes it even harder. So I'm pretty much like going upside down, trying to reach in between my legs to grab onto it.
All right, so like, let's say you go tumbling through, but somehow you manage to like accidentally hook your leg around one of the handholds.
Yeah.
And pull yourself, shaking like a leaf and barely able to hang on.
Definitely doing that, hyperventilating, screaming for him to come and get me, for God's sake. I don't want to die out here.
I think you can make you can definitely all make a supply roll on your suits as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inventory, ain't it?
No, general consumables in a little cardboard box.
Oh yeah.
Miller rolled armor then instead.
General consumables, where am I looking, sorry?
On your front,
That's not
front
good.
sheet.
First tab of your sheet on.
The bottom left.
Mine's just decreased by 2.
So is mine. Bloody hell. I'm sure that alien symbol should be a success. Every time you roll it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, with Cham apparently cowering in the cab, the rest of you have managed to clamber onto Daisy.
Yeah, the gravity of the situation is just overwhelming for me, and I'm having a breakdown.
I'm going to try and get to the cab.
Okay. Yeah. So
Jesus, man.
Daisy's
King
kind of
Christ.
like careering off away from the Cronus as well at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you get back control of it, you're gonna end up like out of sync.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the cab and open the door.
Okay. Right. Well, yeah. It's you can do that. So you wrench open the door and it explosively decompresses, and Cham sort of almost flies out the door but becomes jam. As he's curled up, he gets jammed in the doorway.
Okay.
Fetal jammed.
You can hear him whimpering inside his suit.
Right.
Get me out of this alive, and I swear I'll never ever even go off the ground again. I'll pick one planet, and that's where I'll be. I'll video call everything.
Yeah,
I try and push him out of the way.
Yeah, okay, so there's no gravity.
Kind of shout at him or whatever, or not shout at him actually. I'll just try and tell him to get out of the way and
so
pull himself together.
Not sure who it is, but I think it might be Miller who has got. It's pull rank.
Yeah, I've got pull rank.
Yeah, you got pull rank. There's you've got command, so command can be used to like snap people out of panic as well and stuff. It's one of the things you can use.
I command you to not panic.
Yeah. I haven't got command, but I've got good empathy.
So yeah, you can use. It's one. Yeah, if you read upon skill, it's in the rules thing on the journal tab. But yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to move him out of the way, but it's like hopefully he'll kind of like not resist me is what I'm kind of trying to do.
I'm just like fetal up and
I don't want him to do anything. I don't want him to touch anything anymore.
Okay, so you just gently push him as he's floating around in the cab, push him to one side.
Yeah.
Get in and close the door. I suppose there's room for 3 in the cab if anybody else wants to get in.
I'm clinging for dear life onto whatever I've got hold of. I'm not shifting an inch.
Nobody else getting in the cab then?
No, not after what I've had to go through nearly losing my head.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna try and get back in control and tell everyone on the comms to hold on for dear life.
Radio. So what? Where you taking Daisy?
Back to Cronus.
Radio. Okay.
To the loading bay, I guess.
Yeah, so that's on D deck,
D.
I believe. Right at the bottom of the ship.
Fly under.
Ooh, not been there yet.
No.
Okay. Right, let's see. Okay, so you can communicate with Mother over the comms, and manage to get her to open up the airlock on the vehicle bay. And so you can try and pilot it in. It looks like it's a really tight fit. It's not meant for something. The vehicle bay lift is meant. Airlock isn't meant for something this size.
Meant for them quads, innit?
Yeah. This is Daisy's much bigger, but you might be able to. You might be able to get to squeeze her in.
Yep.
So if you can make a piloting check.
Oh well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right. So there's a squeal of metal as you grind the sides against sides of the airlock, but you manage to get Daisy in, although she's wedged. By the time the airlock shuts, she's wedged good and proper into the vehicle bay.
Cool.
So eventually, you see the environmental monitors on your suits like register a safe, or rather, well, it's pressurized in a pressurized environment, and again you got there's oxygen but high levels of carbon dioxide.
I grab or pat Cham or whatever. I'll grab his suit and say, "Come on, Cham, we're safe now. We're back."
Dave. Safe. I'll say. We're not safe. We're not safe.
I start crying again.
Right. I get out.
I just look a bit despondent, bit down. As I just kind of like lay there and slowly pick myself up. Can't believe this is happening.
Yeah. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? I get out of the cab.
Can't believe this, man.
So where are we now then? Where's Daisy?
Oh yeah, so let's bring you all down here.
Yeah,
In the cargo bay.
C deck. Or D deck.
Not
Yeah.
on D.
Yeah, D deck, right at the bottom of the
Vehicle bay.
ship.
Mm. Yeah, we've not been anywhere near here, have we? We haven't even been on sea, I don't think.
No.
No.
What can we see?
1 second.
Film.
Who want to go there? Oh, Wilson. Oh no, Cham.
No, I'm there.
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, what can you see? So you're in this vast cavernous room that stretches stretches up over two decks, so you can see walkways and a massive crane on the deck above. So most of the vehicles appear to be missing. There's only 2 ATVs on board, which are lying on the side.
Right.
So it's clear they've not been properly secured before the ship took off from wherever. And like I said, looking up, you can see the catwalk and the loading crane above your on deck C. So despite the lights, because this room, this area is so vast, there's deep shadows cast everywhere. It's only really the kind of the central area of this vehicle bay that's kind of brightly lit. Everywhere else is it's kind of dimly lit from towards the end. The outer edges of the room are sort of just hidden in shadows. So
Nice.
there's you can see there's steps lead down off this loading bay, off the vehicle bay, and you can just make out some doors, a big roller shutter door directly to your south, and there's a couple of small normal doors at the other end, and you can just make out a lift on either side, and there's other doors leading off the vehicle bay. But like I said, the far corners are just completely obscured. It's just got pitch black.
Right.
And you're breathing from your exhaust exhaling from your suit just echoes around this massive room.
Wow.
Oh yes, that's
Oh man,
stuff open everywhere.
this is not how I expected this day going.
So I'm gonna grab Wilson and be like, how the fuck did you think today was gonna go? And I'm like getting up close to him and grabbing him.
All right, I'm gonna try and like push you off, like get away from me. You think this is my fault? I was nowhere near that fucking ship.
It is your fault. You're from the company. The company blew the ship up. Ergo, you're responsible for this. There's stuff going on and you're not telling us.
Well, listen, we're all employees. All right, you, me, and everybody else. I'm as much in the dark about this as you are. Do you think I wanted to go and fly outside in space just now? Do you think I wanted all that friggin' tritium-3 to be blown to smithereens? This is my chance. This is my chance to get up that ladder. And now it's all turned to shit.
All right, then. What did you want then? If
I wanted us to do the mission. To get a good result, to bring back a 70-year-old fucking ship, to get lots of praise, and everybody win.
The mission.
I did not want the ship that we came in on to be self-destructed. How the fuck does that happen?
The mission was to deliver the tritium, and then all of a sudden, the company comes along, changes the mission, and all of a sudden we're wandering around a 70-year-old ship, capturing samples and reading readings from the computer. What were the company telling you that it weren't telling us?
The company, I've told you what the company said to us. We have a moral and an ethical obligation to investigate Mayday calls. This was a Mayday call. And it happens to be a ship of incredible importance.
All right, and the samples?
That's what I knew.
And the samples? What about the samples? Well, you're not telling us about these samples?
I can't believe this. You think I have anything to do with it? I told you to come down with me to the med bay to look at them. I have no idea what these samples are.
So out of everything on the ship, those are the samples that we have to collect, and you're telling us that you didn't know anything about what was on this ship and what we needed to collect.
That's right. Not a thing. I'm as much in dark as you are. We have no idea that these samples actually are what they to collect. But for reading what little I've read of that log, sounds like they collected samples. So yeah, it's probably logical that that's what it is, but...
Okay, well, let's talk about the ship's log then. What do you know about? Come on, tell us all. What was on that ship's log? You say that you only know very little about it.
Barely read it. It said that they went to a planet, like a science thing. There were an unnatural amount of vegetation. They went down to a planet, collected samples, and that's as much as I read of it.
That's very convenient.
They brought it back up, and but I sent it to you as I was going down to Medbay. I've not read it.
So you sent me the ship's log, and then I was on the Montero, and while reading the ship's log, the ship's going to explode. Is that not convenient? Is there things on this ship's log that you don't want the rest of the crew knowing about?
Vanessa, if that was the case, right, why the fuck would I announce that I've just found a ship's log and send it to you? Why wouldn't I just not tell you and keep it?
Maybe to distract me, keep me on the Montero, read the ship's log in Mother, then all of a
No.
sudden the ship's blowing up.
No. There's something going on here.
There is, you're right.
There is. Because, like, how the fuck, if that was the company's sort of directive, how the hell did they expect us to get back? By self-destructing as only way off.
Maybe they didn't intend us to get back. Maybe they intended for the Montero to disappear, and then they'd just come and collect the Cronus, knowing where it is. They know where it is now because they've brought it out of hypersleep. How convenient if the Montero disappears, and Wilson, you're left on the Cronus, and it's just inconvenient that the crew, us, have made it back to the Cronus, and we're now a liability.
That don't make any sense because
none of this makes any sense.
No, but what you're saying doesn't make sense because I haven't sent any kind of progress report or anything like that back because the comms aren't in a place where we can. They don't know anything about this ship or what we've done.
You spent a lot of time in Mother on the Cronus on your own, and
I did.
And when I got to speak to Mother on the Montero before she self-destructed, the protocol was initiated on company orders. You're the company.
And who says that? Right? If we're casting aspersions, who says that were done on company orders?
Mother did.
Only you. Yeah. No, we've only your word for it.
Right. Okay. So.
How do I know that you didn't self-destruct that yourself? If we're going to put out wild theories.
Why would I blow up the ship while I'm on it? And B, why would I...
Why the fuck? If this is my only way back home, why the fuck would I blow the only way back from here?
But maybe that isn't your only way. Maybe the company is coming to collect you on the Cronus, and everybody else just disappeared on the Montero. But unfortunately...
Again, that makes no sense. For the company, if they know this ship's here, they would have just sent a crew to get it. If that, by your logic, they would have just said, carry on, and we'll send a proper team to come and get it.
What happens if they don't know? They don't want anyone to know that this ship's being found? Maybe us are a liability, and we needed to disappear on the Montero in just a random accident, and unfortunately, because Rye was on the Cronus with you, the plan couldn't initiate in the way you wanted it to.
This is crazy. I have no contact with the company. I could understand where you were coming from if I've been in touch with them and told them what we found and what the state of play is. But I haven't, because there is no... The communication ray's been smashed, am I right, Cham? Yeah, Montero was out of range. Couldn't get anything off Mother on Montero.
Yeah, the communications array's down on here.
There is no way I could tell the company what's going on. So they would not know, which makes no sense for him to then suddenly just do that.
I mean, we don't...
I'm with you, Miller, that there's something weird going on, but we need to do something.
Well, thank you.
Otherwise, we're just stuck here.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
I don't think he's showing any confidence in you, Wilson.
No, Miller's my captain. We've worked together for a long time. I'm just saying that as much as I agree with you, we need to get on and fix this ship or whatever. Otherwise, we're going to die anyway.
I know.
If our ship would have exploded, it would have taken us all with it, wouldn't it? It would have taken both ships with it. So maybe they didn't want all of this getting out. Maybe they wanted to get rid of all of it.
Maybe. And that sounds logical. That sounds logical, and I'm willing to think that way. I think somebody in the company screwed us all over. But to say that I'm part of it is just ludicrous. Because I have as much to lose as you guys.
Yeah, I think you've more to lose.
Well, all right then. I've more to lose than you guys.
Yeah. We can contract out onto other things. You're a company man here.
Right.
Look, this is bullshit. We need to get the air scrubbers back on and get this ship functional, otherwise we're all dead.
Okay, so
Yeah, we do.
let's talk about the plan. And seeing as conveniently Wilson hasn't read the ship's log of the Cronus and isn't quite aware of what was happening, other than just a mission to a planet that had got some unknown growth or
I
plants on
already
it.
told you. I just found the logs, sent them to you straight away. Then I went to MedLab.
You read everything in the logs that was interesting and then moved on from that. But it's fine. It's fine. I can fill in the rest of the crew on that and explain what happened on the Cronus and why we are where we are and perhaps why we need to be a bit more careful. So what I'll do is I'm going to read through some of this Cronus log as though I'm reading it from memory, so there's going to be bits of it that I'm not able to tell you because I'll have forgot bits of it.
Okay.
So the Cronus was on a normal mission, and everyone was put into hypersleep successfully. And then the ship was brought out on a system. Can't remember what it was called. And everyone came out of hypersleep, and then the captain detected some unusual ecosystem on the planet. As Wilson said, there was some strange growth, some strange plants on that planet that he wanted to look into. So the captain sent everyone down to have a look. While they were on there, they took some samples of the plants, and everything seemed okay. And then they found some strange building or something, and when they went to investigate, they were taking samples, and then some kind of animal attacked them. One of the crew members was attacked and was put into quarantine. During the pre-launch sequence, the ship initiated an emergency override, and there was something on the ship and it was attacking people. Some people were attacked while they were on the ship, and then there was a lot of fighting, which I think is what we saw, and it looks like they probably contained it somewhere because the crew were started to be put into hypersleep, but then Mother detected that the crew were getting killed while they were in hypersleep, or the crew members were dying while they were in hypersleep, and then the engine overloaded, and then there was a micrometeor storm that knocked a lot of the systems off, which is what we saw. So I think what I can deduce from that is whatever attacked the crew on that microplanet, whatever attacked the crew while they were in hypersleep and on the ship, is the thing that Rye is detecting on the motion tracker.
Mm-hmm.
And Mother was saying is a unidentified life form.
That's right, yep. So effectively, everything's going fine, and Wilson tells us everything's going fine in the ship's log, and then when it starts to go wrong, conveniently is the time that you send it across to me to read, and then conveniently while I'm reading it, the ship self-destruct initiates. All convenient, as you say, and there's probably nothing to look into this. All we need to make sure is that Wilson gets his samples so that the company gets what they need.
Unbelievable. You should have been an author, not a pilot. Can I point out that I was the only one that actually gave a shit when this ship started to self-destruct? Everybody else were like calmly walking around.
That's not true, Wilson.
That is
Certainly
not true.
looked like it to me.
I left my gun on the other ship. How convenient is that that I was in that much of a rush that I couldn't bring my pulse
It's
rifle?
my fault that you left your gun on that ship.
Yeah.
Fuck. Unbelievable. This is look. I ain't got time for this bullshit. We're all on this together now, whether we like it or not. whatever the situation is.
Yeah,
right?
well,
If it's my guess, I'm willing to go with Leia. Somebody in the company's fucked us over, and I'm happy to work together to get back. But as soon as we've done that, fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you all. You're not coming to this club on the planet, and you can forget about fucking real strawberries as far as I'm concerned.
right. Well, I think regardless, we need to stay together. I think splitting up isn't going to achieve us too much now. Not if we don't know what's on the ship. As much as Wilson, I'd love to see you attacked by this unidentified creature. You're the one that's going to explain this to the company, and you're the one that's going to be giving evidence at the inquiry as to what happened.
Damn right.
So if we do let's just have a quick look at what we've got. Is there anything on Daisy? So we've got Rye. Have you still got that shotgun?
Yes.
We're just talking about it now. I mean, it's still on my sheet if you want to give it me back anyway.
Yep. It's no use to me, and hopefully I've still got the.
Yeah, so nobody's lost anything. Only person who potentially lost anything was Cham when he went into a panic.
Yeah.
I do have 2 oxygen supplies as well, just in case we need them.
Can I just check? Have I still got the axe? Is that still there?
It is.
Oh, that's all right then.
The axe is his new, it's your new signature item.
It is, yeah.
Stroking the axe.
Yeah, he's gonna name it.
Yeah.
So,
is there anything on Daisy?
As regards what? Like what, sorry?
Just anything? Was there anything on there from when we were on the Montero that would have just been generally within either on the loader or in the cab, or well, they won't be in the cab because they'd have all gone out.
So there's probably just like some like general toolkit, tools kind of thing, but no, nothing special, nothing in particular.
All right, the toolkit might be useful to help us navigate as way out of here. So if we just have a recap of what we know so far, then the engine relay is resolved.
Yeah.
Communications array is mechanically fixed, but comms tech wise is not yet fixed.
Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes it'll be sorted, but it needs contact.
The fusion reactor's down.
Yeah. The air scrubbers weren't yet repaired, were they?
No, so they still need to finish cleaning them.
Barely touched.
Yeah, there's hours of work in that.
Okay. But we have limited air supply on us anyway. So I think comms wise, I guess the feeling is from me that the company isn't going to want to respond to our emergency broadcast, given what they've done to the Montero. Regardless of what we think of Wilson or what I think of Wilson, their actions certainly don't seem to indicate they want all of us to survive. So I think us surviving is the primary concern, first of all. And,
right.
And for that to occur, we need to breathe. I think once we can breathe, then we can look at getting the engines online. But without oxygen, we're gonna struggle. I know that the air is kind of breathable, but if we've got something unknown on the ship, we don't want to be kind of like disorientated and kind of off balance, really. What's everyone's thoughts?
I agree with everything you've said.
Absolutely.
Just a quick suggestion though, Captain. Whilst we're down here, we might as well scout for items. See what's in these rooms to the south.
Is it worth collecting the tritium that's in space? Just in, 200,000 tons of highly unstable gas.
If we get to vote, I vote so.
There's a slight issue with that in that in Daisy's jammed in the
Yeah.
in the vehicle.
Yeah. In the cargo hold.
Yeah, in the vehicle lift.
Also, I'm not sure you can track items in space anywhere like that. Not from a cargo lifter. I don't think it's got like scanners or anything. They'll be off in space now, won't they? You just jettisons them, they'll be.
We do want to be aware of that.
They're not slowing down.
No.
Yeah, they're perpetually moving.
Yeah,
and tiny in comparison.
Yeah. Black against black. Yeah.
Jetted out the opposite direction, weren't they?
Yeah. No idea of direction, really.
We need to consider that, don't we, if we ever fire the engines up, that we don't end up igniting something.
Yeah.
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 We did it. We made it.
So.
The air is the priority, I agree. But while we may as well walk towards it, and like you said, check these rooms while we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The air scrubber shaft is just above us, kind of north of the bay that we're in.
I don't think there's access from sea, though, is there?
But no, I don't.
You have to go in through B.
There is a little dot. I don't know. I don't understand the map for that bit.
Can we go from one deck to another in our view, or not? Because I can see D deck at the minute. Can I go to C and B?
Not without messing it up.
No,
without messing it up. You have to go to players' handouts.
Yeah, you got your handouts and shit. You can, if you want to look at their layout.
Oh yeah.
First time we went on them maps, John, I completely messed me up, and Phil had to put me back because as soon as you click on another thing, it messes it all up.
Ah, right. Ah, yeah. No, I see where I need to look then. Yeah, thank you.
Where's the reactor?
The reactor's on C.
C. Yeah, that's where the relay control room is as well.
Yeah, which is where the problem is. So you like you poke around on in the vehicle garage. It appears to be it's in a bit of disarray, like the rest of the ship, covered in dust and neglect of it, like decades of neglect. So at the far end, you find an equipment shed that's got various tools in it. There's like cutting torches and things for repairs. Also, like some replacements for the air scrubbers, so that might ease your make your repairs quicker and easier. And there's also other bits, general bits of equipment that might be of use. The large sort of garage doors in the centre, that contains mainly vehicle parts, replacement vehicle parts for the ATVs and RTVs. And the far side is like some kind. Is it an office? Like it looks like. Well, it's a dispatch office.
Yeah.
And sort of slouched in the chair of the dispatch office is the desiccated remains of one of the crew members, and across, laying on the desk, is a dusty, empty pill bottle.
Obviously suicide then.
Looks that way. Poor bastard.
Right.
Around his
Wonder-
neck is also a crew key card or ID card.
I'll take it.
Has he
I
got
shall
any? Has he got any? Like he ain't got the long limbs or anything like the others.
No,
Was he desiccated before or after he died?
after. So it's like it's just like in the,
What is it on the ID?
it is well, I'll show you.
Yeah, show me.
There you go.
I thought for a brief second that were John's character. I was gonna go like, oh!
Oh, it was Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
We're all dead.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wow!
Does the
So-
QR code work?
It does
I'm
actually.
just about to have a look. Yeah, I'm
It
just
does
about
actually.
to have a look at that.
But yeah, so it's got an access code for a terminal access, a personal access code for a terminal.
All right.
Oh, I'll
Excellent.
not play with it anymore then. Yeah.
Yeah, don't play with it.
Yeah, no. Not gonna
Don't open
yes.
it.
No.
It does work.
Yeah, it does work, but don't
Right.
use it. You have to get to.
Okay.
You can, but you can. Yeah, so you can use that at a terminal. Put the code
Right.
in at a terminal.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, so other than that, there's two airlocks to either side of the vehicle bay, but they're all both damaged. In fact, all the airlocks on the exterior walls are all damaged. Look like they've been sabotaged.
Sabotage. Why send out a mayday and then kill yourself and sabotage everything?
I think whatever's on the ship is something that taking your own life is preferable to being with that. I'm guessing.
Or letting it escape.
Maybe.
Let's find out. Let's catch it.
Well, we have that cage up by the scrubbers, don't we? Still.
We brought that across. Yeah, it's definitely here.
Yeah. So that's definitely something we can potentially use to capture it.
The cage was on the Montero.
No, we brought it across.
No, they
did
brought
you?
it over.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not having that offers.
No. Can I suggest then that whoever can clean the scrubbers, and Captain, you and me go back to the med lab like the original plan was, and have a look at these specimens, figure out what the fuck they picked up and what we're dealing with. You can watch me the whole time.
I think that Davis, you can come with us as well. Jan and Rye, they can
bring that shotgun, Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not much use in the scrubbers, to be honest.
I'm happy to get in the scrubbers and sort that out.
I'll help.
Yeah. What would you prefer? Would you prefer your trusty axe, or would you prefer the shotgun for self-defense?
I'm happy with the axe.
Thought you might be.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, and you've got the shotgun with you, haven't you? You three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when the next chance we're going to get to be able to charge the motion sensor is going to be, so we want to make it a group decision whether or not it gets used.
How many charges have you got left, or uses?
Well, sorry, it's got a power of 3.
Okay, yeah. So it doesn't necessarily go down. It's not like we've got 3 uses. It could be 20. Yeah. Well, I mean, thematically, I want to know what's out there. I don't want to just be wandering around the ship without something telling us if there's something out there.
Okay.
Maybe at least until we get to where we need to be.
Yeah.
Like once you're in the air scrubbers and stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do we get out of here?
Yes. So this is
Elevators.
one thing you notice. The only way off this off the vehicle bay is the elevators, and the elevators. Oh no, they are working now. Yeah, because the power came back on.
Power's on.
Yeah. Although one of them's working. Which one is it? It's not. So one. I think it's So the one on the left hand side is just like a burnt out hulk at the bottom of the lift shaft. So it's,
because that's the same one that was up.
Yeah.
To the other deck.
Yeah. So it runs. So elevators run all the way from top to bottom. And elevators, so it counts as one. So it counts as one area for movement as well, regardless of how many floors you move.
Oh, cool.
So you can move. So from moving from, you can move the elevator from right from the bottom of the ship to the top of the ship and it just counts as one area for movement.
Okay.
So I'm willing to drop these 2 oxygen tanks and pick up whatever I need from the equipment shed for cleaning the filters.
Okay.
So anyone wants to pick these oxygen tanks up just in case.
So there's a trolley trolleys so you'll be able to load everything up on there and shove them in the lift.
How many tanks have we got? Oxygen tanks.
I've got 2.
Yeah, I think I've got one.
There was one. I left one outside the air scrubbers, but on deck A.
Yeah. Rest you took over to Montero.
Oh yeah, because we needed to refill them and that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that were only the empties though, weren't it?
You what, sorry?
That was only the empties. We weren't taking the full ones to get refilled. We didn't take them all. I think there were about 6 left.
Would we have them as well? If we'd have been sucked out of the airlock and all that, would the only ones we'd have would be the ones that Davis had left outside the scrubbers?
One stuff that's in your inventory, you can have still say you've had, but like I say, everything else.
What I'm saying is, I don't think we cleared them out at the vestibule where the Eva suits are. I'm not sure we took them all.
I'm not sure.
There was.
I'm not sure either. I don't know if we could have even carried them all. I've got 2 on my sheet.
I think there might be a couple left, but everybody took it. I think most people took about 2. Took a couple, didn't they? And there were definitely some on the Montero that were empties and stuff. But there's probably a couple. There are probably a couple left.
Cool. So I've got 2.
We just need to split them so everyone's got some, at least 1 each, potentially in case, or split it between the 2 groups so that both groups have got access to some spare air.
Are we splitting up again, given what we've just heard?
Me and you are off to the scrubbers.
I think we have to, because we're not, regardless, we're going to be stood around while you're cleaning scrubbers, so we may as well go to med bay and figure out what this thing is that they've picked up.
Yeah, I'm going to say it seems like the med bay holds the clues to what happened to the crew, or what is this thing that we don't know. It kind of feels like that's going to give us some answers. It might help us out. I
mean, metagaming wise, I suppose if you all worked on the scrubbers, then that would be done.
Yeah, immediately. Be done, wouldn't it?
But we wouldn't all just.
Let's do that then.
And
we do that though.
And you get to add like 3 dice onto making the check.
Right.
The scrubbers and the med lab are close by, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's not like we're like a million miles away. So looking, is it Deck A or B, the scrubbers that you're working on?
So you have to access the scrubbers through Deck A.
I thought we got
And
to
then-
do B as well.
No, I thought it
No,
could be. It
just
says
A.
not. Yeah, you have to
Okay.
access it through A.
Okay.
Okay, right then. And are you working on Deck A, or are you kind of dropping down into like B, C, or D then?
So you work.
Very-
So the air scrubber, the scrubbers themselves are split between Deck A and B. The C, the part of the shaft that's on C deck is like full of water. It's like where the electrolysis bit is.
Hmm.
But we had that turned off, didn't we? So we didn't get shocked to death.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it's currently turned off. Yeah, so the air supply is slowly depleting, and there has been an explosive decompression somewhere on B deck as well.
Yeah. So there's an old breach.
Hmm. I mean, when we went over to the Montero, to the Cronus, we took that. What was it? That nail gun or something? We took like a
That's on my sheet.
But a bolt gun.
Bolt gun.
bolt gun.
Like some kind of repair thing in it.
Yeah. So it can be used offensively, but yeah, it's essentially like for repairing small hole breaches.
And we know there's a hull breach on Deck B.
Yes.
So maybe getting the scrubbers and the hull breach repaired then. I'm just thinking again. I don't think having me and Wilson stood outside the scrubbers just sat around waiting is a good use of the time that we've got and in the situation that we're in.
You
Kind
just
of
don't want
feel-
your hands dirty, do you?
You don't have to stand out though. You can get involved. You can get in the scrubbers and do some scrubbing.
While you smash around with them fungal spore things.
Well, we all get in there and just get it done.
Yeah,
I mean, Wilson's going to be crap at that, aren't you? I mean,
I am.
you're a company guy. Davis,
Yeah.
we're no good. Davis, would you?
Yeah, all you're doing is helping me though. I'll coordinate the effort, and you guys just do what I tell you, and we'll get it done a whole lot quicker. Is it heavy machinery? Yeah.
So there's a maximum of 3 bonus dice can be added from people helping, but
Plus
potentially,
3.
but potentially, so you'll have one person who's like the main, who's doing the role, and you could have up to three people can helping can add one additional roll dice for every person that's helping. But if there's people helping beyond that, then it can potentially reduce the time that's required as well. Even though they're
Some
not
of it'll
actually.
be moving stuff around. It's not
Yeah.
actually repairing it, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So while excess people might not contribute towards the dice roll, they'll still contribute to reducing the amount of time it's going to take.
Right.
I guess the question is, do you like breathing or not?
Yeah, there's that as well. Yes, if you're setting it as a high, if you claim it's a high priority, then yeah, how high a priority?
Breathing? Yeah, it's definitely a high priority.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, if we get the scrubbers online and we've got a massive hole in the side of the ship, well,
Yeah, but when we've cleaned it, then we find the hole, don't we? Before we turn electrolysis back on.
So you'll probably all know that when something like that happens, part of Mother's duty, she'll seal off.
Seal off the area.
There'll be
Yeah.
doors closed, won't
Yeah, it'll all be sealed off.
So she knows where it is as well then?
Yeah, well, she is the ship,
Okay, well, we can just ask her then where it is.
Yeah,
Fix it.
but she will. Yeah. Well, if she hadn't sealed it off, the whole ship would be decompressed.
Yeah, decompress.
Yeah, you're right. It would automatically seal the area.